Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear I've weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Listener discretion is advised.
Releasing control arc restriction systems 3, 2, 1. Approval of Situation A recognized, commencing the Cromwell invocation. Ability restrictions lifted for limited use until the enemy has been rendered silent.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to today's edition of the Anime 101 podcast, or as I prefer to call it, the vidcast. And why is that? Because this is a visual medium, not a strictly audio medium. That's right, we love to show off our anime around here. I want to say hello to everyone who is already here. Lester, I'm glad you're out of the hospital. I'm glad you're feeling better. Chillax and building a new site. Well, it'll be good to see you in the chat. And of course, Clifton is here, our editor extraordinaire. And over on the Rumble side too, yes, indeed. Hound 3000, I spanked the sheriff, but I did not spank the deputies. No, what is this fascination with the yaoi? I don't get it, I really don't.
I don't like Yuri, because I am totally into yaoi.
No. No, bad Clifton. Bad Clifton. Over on the Rumble side, I see the Wild Chum is running loose. Kathleen Whitley, good morning to you. Great to have you here. Emily Orter, welcome to you. Yeah, hello from hell. Yeah, sometimes. Lord Decon, good morning, Anime Land. Good morning indeed. And PJ, good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Excuse me. There we go. Give me just 1 second here, everybody. Hold on. That's better. Been up for about an hour now already, getting everything all feeling good, and we got a lot of stuff to go over today. And of course, we've got a guest that is going to show up here in just a bit. And yeah, party over on the Kick side. If you're not subscribed to the Kick side, be sure to do that. And I want to say a huge thank you to Lord Decon for the 5 gifted Rumble memberships. Yes, if you're on the Rumble side, start typing in the chat, get that gifty. Thank you so very much, good sir. It is because of people like you that we're able to keep doing what we're doing and have so much fun. And for that, you know, I think that is worthy of this.
なんであいつらの隣の部屋なの？気分悪いと思わない？そんなことより今度の運動会絶対に負けられないわよ。分かってるわ、レイコ。そのためには特訓あるの。なんなのよこの煙。
Yes, indeed. Thank you so very much, Lord Decon. Definitely appreciate that. Welcome, Clifton. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning. I'm doing all right. I hope everyone else is as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Master.
Good.
Brandon. Mm-hmm. Yes.
What?
I agree with Hound.
No.
Yeah, you're going to be a master soon.
Repent.
Asmodai! Assumption second fan! What? He has a suspicious brother! Is he good to the floor? Make him repent!
See, we've already had to repent this morning because of this stuff. Can't the yaoi just go away? Call it good. No more of it.
I mean, at the beginning of the new year, that's what I wanted to do. But like the first thing out of your mouth at the time was extremely gay. So,
wow, that's all I'm going to say is wow.
Yeah, just had to continue.
Oh well, yeah. All right, I guess we'll just keep going with it. We'll keep going with the joke. Yes, always good to work out in the morning. And Hound 3000 after 2 years, Grandmaster after 3 years, King. Yes, indeed. The yaoi could go away if you stop. I don't support it. Although I guess we could just play the gay game and get it over with. Yeah, I guess we could do that. But anyways, we're waiting for our friend of the feather to come flock together with us here. And while we're waiting, I do want to go over a few things here that I guess we could show this. Kind of want to wait. You know what? Let's go ahead and start with the current season, where we're standing with it, because it has kind of been an up and down season for me. I know there's a lot of good stuff, but man, I've had to drop some. And I did decide to drop the one that gave me the strike. So I am down one show. I've only got a few left. So let's take a look at where we stand. So Kusanaki's Garden of the Gods. I'm 1 episode behind. I like it. It's a nice, relaxing slice of life. Different type of show. Very much enjoyable. I still haven't watched much of Wistoria, so I'm well behind on it. But I have been watching my Wholesome Harem. I need to get caught up on Witch Hat. Fortunately, I'm only 6 episodes behind, so in 2 hours I'll be fully up to speed. Although, the Most Heretical Last Boss Queen, yeah, I'm enjoying this one a lot better than the first season. Okay. Got to get caught up with Gals, but I do enjoy it. It's quite funny. Always a Catch is always a good idea. That one's funny. The Warrior Princess and the Barbaric King. This one is turning out way better than I thought it was going to be. Definitely most enjoyable. Probably my most controversial pick was The Drops of God, because it's a very different type of story. This is not something that's very common coming out of Japan, but I do enjoy it. And of course, Fist of the North Star is just wreaking havoc on any and all fools, and I absolutely love it. And of course, Bookworm, because it's Bookworm, and Bookworm is the best. And Bookworm is the best. So, guess what?
Yes, Bookworm is pretty good.
Yes, it's time to get jealous.
Yeah, all right. Can't argue with that.
By the way you're staring, I'd say there's been a misunderstanding.
What?
These ample bulges protruding from between our legs. I do not think they are what you think they are.
I know exactly what those are, and I'm kind of jealous.
Well, if we're going to be jealous about something, it might as well be that. Punkwaddle, what's happening, man?
Good morning, everybody. Sometimes you hit snooze, and sometimes you accidentally turn off the alarm entirely, and it's raining heavily, and all of a sudden you realize that, oh, you need to be up in something, so you scurry about.
You scurry about, and you come on here and you decide to talk anime with us. And it's good to have you here. I definitely appreciate you taking the time to come and talk about it, even with the weather being kind of But, you know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's been too long.
I know it has, and it's good to see all you wonderful people in chat, you know, and hang both you and still waking up. The coffee's brewing, so I will run off and get that in a minute, but I'm definitely here. But yeah, this season has been pretty fun. And I feel like there's just a lot of variety to get into.
There's a lot more variety than I thought. I do want to say hello to Chinho Wong. You're dead, Fist of the North Star. Yes, it has. Fist of the North Star has been a very pleasant surprise, and I absolutely love it. Toro! Yes, I've got something for Clifton. I've got something for him. Because, it's going to be good. We're going to show it here in a bit, because it's going to be good.
Oh.
Yes. And yes, membership has its perks. If you are a member over on the Rumble side, you do have a few emojis. We got to upload some more. We got to find some more. And then over on the YouTube side, if you are a member, get some emojis over there too. And yes, good morning to you, Chinho Wong. Great to have you. And let's see, Kenneth, good morning to you. I came here bringing some upsetting news. Fantia is self-censoring. PM Takichi is, from what I heard. The other comments is pulling a Georgeman. Yeah. Just when you think you get someone who isn't stupid, they go and pull this shit. And yeah, there's only, in my mind, there is only one explanation to it. Because we've seen the pattern before. There is only one explanation. And it upsets me greatly. So, yeah. There ain't no party like a ReZero party. We definitely have to get back into ReZero, but we also got to finish Dragon Ball. So yes, I think
tomorrow, both of them.
Yeah, I think tomorrow I'll have, as long as I keep feeling good, we'll have plenty of time. We'll get through a few episodes of Dragon Ball. We'll watch a big episode of ReZero. I think that's in the works. I think that's good. We can do that.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
And Producers on Pettis turns in a 17-month member. Punkwaddle. If you could only pick one, which would you choose? Whiskey, Scotch, or bourbon? I think bourbon is more patriotic.
Mm-hmm.
What say you?
Well, I'd probably go with Scotch or Irish because, well, the grains, I don't know. I know corn makes whiskey, but I don't know. I don't eat as much corn as I used to. Plus,
now, considering it's been forever since I've had a drink, I don't have a say in it. So
it's been I don't drink as much as I used to. Drunk Waddle, he kind of comes around every now and then, but not as often. So.
Oh, good morning, Keely Chow. Roll Tide, and it looks like you're home. If you're in Huntsville, you're home. It's good to see you, man.
Yeah.
And the Dan Funk is here. I'm a gentleman Jack kind of guy. Well, if you're gonna have one, it might as well be an American classic. Whether or not it's any good, it's another story. But at least it's an American classic. Dan Funk, good to see you.
I will say, Dr. Funk, there, that the Gentleman Jack is a tier that's above the other ones, and it's worth it. It's smoother, so
Absolutely. Yeah, if you're gonna, you don't want to be drinking turpentine. You don't want it to, kill you both ways. You want to, if you're gonna enjoy it, it's got to be one that's nice and smooth on the way in, and relatively nice and smooth on the way out. Last thing you want to do is rip your innards apart and then rip your outers apart.
I'll drink some schnapps.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah. Schnapps, for what I remember, schnapps was pretty good, but it's mostly sugar. So
yeah, that's gonna give you the hangover.
No, that's going to help you digest your meal. Screw Tums. You drink your schnapps.
Okay. It depends how much, but I hear what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
yes, indeed. And speaking of, we've already had to repent once this morning, Punkwaddle. But you know what? Since we are birds of a feather and we love the anime together, I think we need to do something. Let's do this.
Let me grab you like a body pillow. Yes, gladly, my mistress. There we go. All better now. Are you finished, mistress? Yeah, thanks, dude. Man, titties are the greatest things on earth.
Yes, they are, and that one's on the house.
Aren't we supposed to get another season of that?
Yes, it's just I think it got delayed till next year.
Because I remember it's supposed to be like this summer, this fall, and then all of a sudden, yeah. No.
Yes, we do need more body pillow animes. You're right. With as much yaoi as Clifton is forcing upon me, yeah, we definitely need to say 1,000 more Hail Marys and all that stuff. So, but yeah, this season it turned out to be a little lighter than I thought. I did drop quite a few more shows than I was expecting. Let me go and pull up the master list here real quick. And while I'm doing that, Punkwaddle, what are you watching from this season?
Well, let's see. I was trying to get an official list up, but that's difficult to do. So let me try to get through this. A couple of them that trying to remember all the names. Okay. So the Demons of the Shadow Realm, that was actually turned out to be way more fun than I anticipated. It kind of feels like one of those Saturday morning cartoons. I decided, because I wasn't sure what it was and wasn't too invested on it, I'm watching with the dubs, not subs. And I don't know if the story doesn't seem that complicated. I haven't compared the two, but I think maybe once a little bit. But I don't know. Have you watched any of that one?
I watched the first episode and then I dropped it. So let me ask you, did you watch Full Metal Alchemist?
This year?
Ever. Full Metal Alchemist in general.
Yeah, I watched.
Same creator.
Okay. That explains
so,
it. Oh, I can see it in the face too, yeah.
So yeah, if you liked it, you're definitely probably going to like it. But I haven't watched Full Metal Alchemist. There's just something about this one. It's just, maybe if it was 5 years ago, it probably would have hit better. But with me becoming more mature, I guess you could say, in my viewing habits, it just doesn't strike me as it used to. So
it's
what
he really means is that it's not gay enough.
Oh,
Clifton, no, stop that. Stop it. Stop it.
There's just enough of a twist with the why is this happening? What's up with this thing, this right and the left, and the whole thing's that the daemons come in pairs, and
it has a good premise to it. It's just there's just something about it. It's just not for me anymore. And Chin Ho Wong is right. This one has been received very well for a new series. Very well indeed.
Like I just think it's a good enough pacing with a good enough humor. But like you said, I didn't realize until you said that it was the same guy because I didn't look that into it.
The same woman.
It's greater. My bad. I'm not sexist.
We don't have a gender check one here, but
Yeah.
but yeah, it's same author.
And then for a slice of life, I would say I was more entertained than I thought I would be by Gals Can't Be Kind to Otaku.
Yes, that one is hilarious. I have enjoyed the crap out of this one. This one has been way better than I thought it was going to be.
I think honestly, I think it's kind of between Hokkaido Gals and My First Girlfriend is a Gal, and like, what was that? Married, Close but Not Married. Because the whole gal thing has definitely gotten more and more in anime, but this is just one of those way more innocent. It's fun.
Yeah,
high school, like, oh, he's an otaku, and hey, they're just normal people who are, they're. Because I remember in high school, it's like sometimes you just find the most random people that you get along with, and it just kind of doesn't make sense, but it's more fun that way. So yeah. And
Shinho Wong, no. There's something about Full Metal Alchemist. It's like with Evangelion. I just can't bring myself to do it. I can't explain it. I just haven't done it yet. And hello to Brian, Speaker of the Dead. Good to have you here. It's been a little while. I hope you're doing well. Stay safe in your travels. And yeah, when you do get home, we'll have to chit chat about some anime. It has been years, my friend, long time. I just shared the same sentiment with Brandon about Can't Be Kind anime. Yeah, it's a good one. Pops, Good to see you this morning.
Hey, Pop.
It's just a fun slice of life, but it's a very interesting type of slice of life because a lot of these kids growing up these days, they do get very fixated into a specific otaku culture that really does separate them from everybody else. And unless you're surrounded by other super nerds, it's hard to try to break out of that bubble. Well, these two, they more or less help him break out of the bubble a bit, but they also embrace him for who he is and like him for who he is.
Well, that and the fact that one of them also is a big fan. They just are too embarrassed to talk about it at school, but then finally found a friend that actually enjoys it. So they kind of have enough of these believable links, right, to make friendships make sense, which is a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, that it is. At least watch for the comedy. Edward's pretty funny. Can't say the same for him. Yeah. I heard Full Metal Alchemist is pretty funny, but we'll see. Sci-Fax, good morning to you. I know that you were up way late watching the anime awards with the DA, and if you haven't subscribed to the DA, be sure to do so because I do tend to hang out there when he takes office for the anime. That's right, he does anime nights. It's good to see you. I love Full Metal Alchemist. Yeah,
Full Metal Alchemist is good. I've seen it both, Full Metal Alchemist and Brotherhood. But what I don't get is the extreme hype for it. And if you're not on the hype train, like those people who are, they will go after you.
Yeah,
and for a while, wasn't it Brotherhood versus the original, and you had to like one or the other?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, until Brotherhood supplanted it because it's complete.
Yeah,
and actually following the manga closer. And yes, we have the flightless avian here. Oh, Philip, what you going to come after me for? What'd I do?
What now?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the first one was really good, and people absolutely love Full Metal Alchemist. And then there are those that are the more purists who do Brotherhood, and there are those that do both, and some that do the one. It's just one of those things that it's from that era of style that I'm just not entirely drawn to. There's something about most of the 2000s and early 2010 stuff. It just doesn't do it for me.
I mean, I think one of the biggest things is that it was the early 2000s, right?
Yeah.
I think because this happened right after what people became aware of probably. Gosh, my brain isn't working yet. I'm usually a little bit more sharper than this.
Sounds like you need some coffee.
Yeah, Cowboy. Yeah, I do. Maybe give me a coffee break and stuff. But like Cowboy Bebop and some of these, like, I think because of that era around the 2000s, there were only so many between Toonami and certain things that were really crossing over.
Mhm.
We didn't have the internet quite as easily accessible to things, and I mean, half of these things weren't even on the piracy sites that don't exist anymore as of last week, which is another interesting conversation piece, right?
Yeah.
And so I think it was like Cowboy Bebop, Gundam Wing, Brotherhood, and there's probably like 10 to 15 of them that were just the big ones of that era that, like, if you liked anime, obviously Dragon Ball and the Shonen Jump stuff.
Yeah.
Right. And that was the tone and that was the mood. So it's not clutching pearls. It's just grasping onto what you can, I guess. And that's, I don't know. And this goes down the rabbit trail. We don't need to, but you know how, like, there were the quote tourists and purists back then, and the people that basically, if you didn't watch these 10 to 15, you didn't know anything about anime. And the people that actually knew anything about anime said, "What do you mean there's hundreds of animes, you doof?"
As shown here by how many are on the master list. There's always something. There is always something.
I need to catch up on Farming Life season 1. I kind of dropped off on that. And it was fun. And it seems like every episode things just sort of stacked and escalated a little bit, And I was like, okay, I kind of get where this is going, but I don't know. I might enjoy it.
Absolutely. All right, we're close enough to the bottom of the hour. Punkwaddle, it's time for you to go get your coffee. And while Punkwaddle is going to get some coffee, let's all take a quick little stretch break, a quick little bathroom break, or if you need to restock on the caffeine, let's do it. While we're doing that, let's listen to the smooth, dulcet sounds of Kauai.
When the moon shines bright in Tokyo, there's a girl I know. She's got a style so unique. In every step she's chic. Oh, she's kawaii, oh so sweet. In every way she's so neat, with a smile that can light the sky. Kawaii, she's my dream tonight. In the city lights she glows, like a blossom where the river flows. Her laughter's like a melody, a tune that swings so heavenly. Oh, she's kawaii, can't you see? She's the one who's meant for me. In her eyes a love so bright. Kawaii, she's my dream tonight. Like the stars in the sky above, she fills my heart with so much love. In every word, in every move, kawaii, she's the one I choose. Oh, she's kawaii, oh so sweet. In every way she's so neat, with a smile that can light the sky. Kawaii, she's my dream tonight. In the city lights she glows, like a blossom where the river flows. Her laughter's like the melody, a tune that swings so heavenly. Oh, she's kawaii, can't you see? She's the one who's meant for me. In her eyes a love so bright. Kawaii, she's my dream tonight. Like the stars in the sky above, she fills my heart with so much love. In every word, in every move, kawaii, she's the one I choose. So here's to you, my darling dear, with a voice so smooth, so clear. Kawaii, you're my perfect sight. In your arms I'll stay tonight.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you were all able to get your drink on, and of course, expel it when it was time.
In and out.
Yep, the Shangri-La FMA movie has a nice conclusion for the 07 for me. Well, yeah, see, that's a hard one. I can't say because I haven't seen it, but I'll take your word for it. And Evident Hair, yes. Totally get you. Yeah, it's not like I like hitting the button or anything. Baka. Indeed. And yes, Lord Shax, good morning to you. Good morning to you there. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and conclude our current season shorty discussion with this. The 3 shows, if I was going to pick, that's brand new, to recommend to anybody to watch, I think I would definitely do... Yeah, I definitely would do Gals Can't Be Kind to Otaku, so Autogal. Always a Catch, because it's hilarious. And I would also say The Warrior Princess and the Barbaric King. Those are the 3 new ones that I would do for anybody. Witch Hat Atelier is good, but I'm not sure if it fits into that same class of category. I'm a bit behind, but,
That one, I've been meaning to start the Witch Hat because it looks good, but I just...
Yeah, it's very highly rated. It's already in the top 100 of all time, so...
Okay.
But as far as returning shows, yeah, most definitely. Wholesome Harem, Heretical is good, Wistoria is good, and of course, the Bookworm is peak. That last... I finally did watch the Harpspiel episode, and... yeah, I laughed my ass off at the whole entire thing. And then there's the Fist of the North Star. And I am absolutely loving this. I have 2 of the manga. I need to get the rest eventually when I can afford to do so, because it's $20 a book isn't cheap. But I totally see what T-Shirt sees in this. This is the definitive Fist of the North Star.
Okay.
It's animation. It's really good with the blood and guts and skeletons being popped out of the back. So, but it's just one of those styles that we're either going to have to get used to or not get used to, because it looks like the manga, but it moves like Berserk.
Oh,
in a lot of ways, it's better, but it's still in that vein.
Not quite chopped and screwed. Like, yeah, Berserk and Demon Hunter or whatever.
Yes, the Bookworm idol concept. No, I didn't swoon, although I did laugh my ass off when...
What is that avatar, Sean?
Yeah. Well, we all know his affinity for horses, so...
yeah.
Shum, you need to... This is for you. But I will not torture the rest of us with the rest of that. Yeah. Yeah, I absolutely do love the Fist of the North Star. It is really good. I mean, really good. Yeah. And the best part about it is it actually takes place relatively shortly after the nuclear apocalypse, because you just never know. It never was really all that forthcoming with it, but it does. It is. Yeah, Witch Hat is odd. Didn't interest me, but for some reason it was being promoted on sites. Yeah, Witch Hat Atelier has been very popular. So, yeah, watch the Bookworm. Bookworm is good. And yes, my eyes indeed. And then he laughs at us. All right, we're gonna have to get into this now. We're gonna have to get into this now.
Oh, I realized I was muted. That's weird. The Witch Hat Ulterior I saw was getting some attention from some people, and I'm wondering if it's just because it was popular and people wanted to have a say, because you know how when certain things start getting popular and people have to complain about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then for some, I think I've said this before, but have you seen the movie Sorry to Bother You? I don't know. You might like it. Anyway.
No, I haven't seen that one, but I do have something here. So this was shared by Turo.
Awesome.
Mr. Lord Shax. And he said, Cliff and me. How I imagine that last conversation for you two went. Oh Lord, this is bad. This is bad, but it's funny as hell. Yeah, this is probably how it went.
Well, this is my online girlfriend. I've been dating her for a month now.
She is so hot, dude.
I know, but she is a little bit shy. I've never seen her, or even her voice.
No way.
I don't know why, but she never responds my texts when I'm with you. Completely offline.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean... Wait a minute.
What?
I hate you.
I know, Daddy.
Oh, man.
Nope. Nope.
Making it weird.
Yeah, that one's bad. That one is bad.
Again.
Freyrin, though, is better. That's just me.
I feel like Freyrin people just loved the animation and the story and the art, and it just became a thing. Witch Hat, I feel like people are trying to take it down a notch, and
yeah, it's bad. Oh, all right.
Mm-hmm.
We did have the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. They finally did their thing. But, you know, considering that Crunchyroll doesn't have anything in Japan, it's weird that they decided to do it in Japan during the daytime. We'll get to that here in just a second.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yes, it was interesting to see who won. Actually, I'm not too bad with most of them, so.
They're probably doing that and changing up a few things to appease the Japanese after all their lawsuits and everything.
Is it appeasing it, or is it just gonna, like, unless they turncoat, unless they turn heel, unless they start acting like, I don't know, that I know that they're one of the legal, legit places that isn't going to get torn down because they, you know, charge too much for licenses. Is it more of a show of force, show of like we're the biggest guys in town, haha, we won, or is it trying to is it?
I think they're just trying to garner some goodwill with the Japanese.
No, they kind of need to. I didn't even know that they had a Japanese arm of Crunchyroll, but supposedly they do, and they had a 61% drop in year-over-year everything. Mm-hmm. And considering that Sony is ass-ho, it doesn't bother me too badly because I can't stand them. I cannot stand them anymore. Appeased after they got caught, they banned Japanese from the site. You mean, yeah.
Hey.
All right. Here's another one for you. This one's pretty funny. This one was posted by Mr. Philip Chan, who is a husband, father, artist, Project Egg Roll, Geeks and Gamer, and an Asian. What a shock, an Asian. But anyways, he says, we desperately need to bring back this kind of writing to our entertainment. Based James. Yes, indeed. If you know Jesse, and if you know James, you know that Team Rocket is fun. Check this out.
With our combined feminine prowess, they'll be toast in no time flat.
Well, yeah, I suppose I wouldn't mind knocking Ash down a peg or two.
Let's blow those whining women back to the Dark Ages right where they belong!
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mega based.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, it's so that's so funny. It's so good. Let's see what else here. You know, we have had a rash of deaths in the voice acting community and in the anime community in general. You know, the gentleman that created the theme songs for Lupin the Third, he passed away recently.
Yep.
But then we also had voice actor Tom Kane passed away recently. And for those of you who know Tom Kane, he has a pretty big legacy. So talent agency Galactic Productions revealed that Tom Kane died due to a stroke complication at a hospital in Kansas City, Missouri. He was only 64.
God damn.
Yeah,
Jeez.
his puppets and his involvement in that was pretty big in Disney.
He voiced Professor Utonium and him in the Powerpuff Girls. He was Yoda in the Clone Wars, Magneto in several projects, including Marvel vs. Capcom 3. He also did voice acting in Final Fantasy 12. Yeah, this one. There has been a lot of that. And speaking of dying younger, this guy is younger than me, and it hurts. Voice actor Takehiro Fujiwara dies at 43.
Well, I feel like his TikToks were popping up all over this.
Yeah, they were, and this is why. He was known for his role as Kurogiri in My Hero Academia, Zenzo Anuki, Laughing Under the Clouds. He was Jerome Guzbat in the Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War. He was Bull Gilbol in Bastard. Pippin in Berserk. The Golden Age Memorial Edition. Let's see, he was in Kuroko's Basketball. Yeah. He was only 43.
Dang.
Way too young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's that's a rough one. There's it just seems to go in spurts, and it's
I feel like it was it 2018, 2019? Like they were just, it feels like the right after Christmas into there and into the spring is a time, a season when people either are, when the cycle starts again, or some people, and I don't know how to put that poetically at this point in time.
So, which studio is going to start doing Japan's newest obsession of big booty Latinas? That's a good question.
Oh.
I doubt it'll be MAPPA because they're now tied to the hip with Netflix, and you know Netflix doesn't like anything that doesn't suck. So
they're not tied to the hip of a big booty Latina.
No, they're not.
If we know anything about Latinas and hips, and we know they don't lie, so
that's true. They don't lie. They do not lie. Excuse me there. Speaking of Netflix, I found this kind of interesting. Netflix is going to start streaming 20 NHK drama titles, including Descending Stories, A Life in Rakugo, Tokyo Salad Bowl, and more. I know that they had been obsessed with J-pop stuff and Korean broadcasts, but now they're expanding. Let me and big in this a bit so we can actually see it decently. There, without the stupid ads. So Netflix announced on Wednesday that it will stream worldwide a total of 20 drama titles from the Japan Broadcasting Corporation, NHK, including all those titles. The first wave will launch on the 22nd, include Drama 10's Descending Stories, Life in Rakugo. Let's see, a live-action series adaptation of Haruku's Komuto, Showa Genroku Rakugo Shinju manga, and the live-action series adaptation of Kuromaru's Tokyo Salad Bowl.
Okay.
So, if you like live-action television, but not from the West, because, let's face it, Hollywood sucks complete and total donkey cock, yeah.
I mean, it is actual Japanese television, so they're just getting the distribution rights.
Yeah. No, it's all from the NHK, and, you know, the NHK is special, but it's...
they're still trying to appease that whole otaku, the whole, like, even though we're 20 years down the road, and maybe the I don't know, the K dramas were really a thing in the last decade, so I understand why they pulled from there. But maybe they decided that their live action sucks, and maybe they should go for the ones produced by Japan, because at least if those are weird, they're not getting all the production costs on them. They're just getting the distribution.
Shit.
When you talk like
so
that, you make.
But yeah, it's much easier just to acquire the license for it as opposed to making it themselves, which is why I never understood why Netflix got into that, because they could still be making hand over fist without it costing them a fortune to produce their own stuff. They could just have everybody else do it and just pay a license for it.
And well, that's a big conversation of the streaming wars. I think that's also why Netflix is still holding out, because they really pushed the studio stuff, and then when Disney Plus, when Paramount, when all these guys came in and started doing their own studio stuff, and then realized that nobody was actually making money because they were putting it all into production costs. Netflix still was doing a lot of distribution rights, and I think Disney was trying to get some of the anime, trying to get some of this and that. And I feel like Netflix, being the OG guy, that even though the prices slowly went up and up, people still stuck with them because they had such a variety. I don't think they're quite have the market share they used to, but they're still holding out, being the OG. It's like, if Limp Bizkit hadn't, broken up, or the fact, if Chester hadn't passed away on Linkin Park, they're some of the OG bands of that style that stayed true and people still listen to, right? You know what I mean? And I know that Linkin Park still tours, but it's not the same. Anyway, you get what I'm saying.
I do. And speaking of, we have some Japanese movie news. That's right. We've had a few movies open up in Japan, specifically Pat Labor, Easy, File 1, opens at number 8. So the Super Mario Galaxy movie back at number 1, and then a few others that have dropped. So here we go. Super Mario Galaxy movie, Nintendo, Illumination, and Universal Pictures sequel to the Super Mario Brothers movie, rose back from number 2 to number 1 in the 4th weekend. The film sold 258,000 tickets and earned 360 million yen, about 2.26 million. And from doing some quick research from Grok, that's actually really good, at least for how Japan considers a success for a film being released there. If it crosses a billion yen, about 6 to 7 million, yeah, they're doing really good. When you start getting into 10, 15 billion yen, really good. 30 to 40 billion yen, then we're talking Titan levels of success. Okay. So for this film, that's a ton of butts and seats, considering how different Japan is from everyone else. Well, but
Japan's not that big of a country.
No, it's not that big of a country. They do have an older population, so that is pretty good. But 4.66 million tickets sold, earning over 6 billion yen, about 40 million US. That is really good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they've done very well. But I would like to see what they changed for the Japanese script, because the Japanese script is different.
Okay. Curious.
Yes. So
Very
they've got
curious.
that. Detective Conan. A new Detective Conan movie, which I'm not entirely sure what to think of Detective Conan in a lot of ways, but
I'm there with you. I know. I think some of the collaborations was, 10, 15 years ago was where I heard of him the first time, and I was kind of confused about what he was. But yeah,
it's fun, but instead of actually finding a conclusion to the show, they just basically reset it over and over again. And it's just like, how many episodes of Arthur Conan Doyle stories can you do until it gets kind of boring or repetitive?
well, yeah, okay. So it's one of those, because that's the funny thing about it, because a lot of people will talk about how anime had some will only have 1 or 2 seasons and it's done, or British television will have 1 or 2 seasons, but there are certain things that are serialized forever. But then there are, like you said, Conan, there are even Japanese stories that just get sort of, pushed on forever and ever because it's like a sitcom. It is sort of that format, if you will, right? It just keeps going, and or like The Simpsons, right? You just have a new situation every time.
I mean, but it doesn't really work because the story, it basically starts out. Conan is actually Shinichi, who was drugged and became a kid. And at the beginning, like, you can tell, like, it's all about trying to push the idea of him trying to figure out who did this to him, why did they do it,
okay,
and how does he become his own self again.
Okay.
And
they're nowhere near that these days.
They don't even talk about it anymore.
So he's just evolved in the lore over the years. People just accept that he's a kid detective, and okay.
Yeah. So it's out there. A bunch of other movies that they've got going. Of course, they have the live action Sakamoto Days, which is done pretty well.
Okay.
And then the big one being Pat Labor. I cannot wait to watch new Pat Labor. It has been forever since we have had the big stompy robot of Japan with Nozumi driving it around, and Ota wanting to. Well, we all know what Ota likes to do, and of course, he likes to dish out some police brutality.
Here, you bastard!
So here's an idea. Here's a project. Now I don't know as much about Pat Labor as I do Gundam, but I still am interested in seeing the new ones, this movie side by side with the new Gundam, just to see the feel, because the fact that we're both getting live action ones around the same time is interesting, that we're finally seeing that.
It looks like Mecha is picking steam back up, and talking about picking up steam. T-shirt historian, good to see you. Yes.
Hey.
Having a good morning in the wastelands. Remember, Kenshiro said it's okay to cry manly tears. Yeah. there have been a few manly tears shed with that one. Holy shit, that has been so good. Oh, so good. But it has been interesting going into this year how many legacy IPs have been getting new stories or actual full-on retellings.
Mm-hmm.
And it has been glorious. It is glorious. Let's see, the top anime? Not sure. Marcel, good morning to you. Great to have you here.
Hey.
So yeah, I thought that was interesting that it opened up. It opened up all right. It's moving in the right direction. Although, it's an older series, so maybe not necessarily as easy for the newer audience to get into, but it's still damn good. Still so good. Let's see what else. All right. When it goes to anime, I think it's safe to say that there are various ages of anime or various themes that crop up and tend to be very popular for a long time. Mm-hmm. So, sports animes, huge in the 60s and 70s and all that. Mm-hmm. Mecha, huge in the very late 70s, all of the 80s, and most of the early 90s. Then you get the harems. Then you get the high school stuff, the extreme high school stuff, and then the extreme high school harems. And then we get into the age of isekai.
Oy.
And now it feels like we're coming out of the age of isekai a bit.
Yeah.
So.
Go ahead. Sorry.
So what is it that we are probably heading into next as far as a consistent, constant, these are the ones that are getting pushed more often because they tend to be the more popular in the manga right now? Well, I think I have the answer because we've always had a lot of them, but it seems like there's more of them right now. The Duke's son claims he won't love me, yet showers me with adoration. Anime, Cast Duke, Daisuke Namaka, Mariko Kuda. There have been a lot of villainous type animes or fantasy-esque nobleman type shows.
Mm-hmm.
And that seems to have been picking up. But this particular style where the Duke is quirky and or absolutely slobbers all over the female protagonist has become very popular. There's been quite a few of them. And like with this season, we have, let me see if I can pull it back up here. Did I leave it up? I didn't. Hold on. Hold on just a second, everybody. We're doing this live and I didn't leave it up. Here we go.
I think I've noticed that too. And
yeah.
I've not really gone down that rabbit hole yet.
This type of show, like Always a Catch, where there's something between the two, that the will they, the won't they, the if he does, is he the right type? You know, there's a ton of this.
I want to say that even, you know, may I ask for one final thing, kind of was in this genre too, like the noblewoman, but the baddie noblewoman who didn't fit the society was also playing with this genre a little.
Yep.
You know what? That is a good question. What is the true top 5? Well, this is.
Prepare for the true top 5. Attack on Titan, Evangelion, Cowboy Bebop, Code Geass, and Gurren Lagann.
Donnie, you're a real mecha slut. You know that?
Donald, you have a clear mecha bias.
It's not my fault that Mech has the best plots. You know, I'm building my own giant robot to take your job, Joe.
Just try it and see what happens, Donnie boy. You don't want another L.
You guys should watch Berserk next. It's really good.
Stop trying to get us to watch that fucked up show, Barry.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. And yes, Pat Labrie does. That one did age very well. It's still a fun watch. And yes, this could help get us more Vampire Hunter D. There's there's 27 plus light novels of that out there. We only got 2 adaptations. And even those 2 were not really good adaptations of what the material is actually there. This is something that I can speak on because I have listened to the very first book. And if you haven't listened to any of the Vampire Hunter D serializations that are fully voice cast, oh, they're fantastic. Dark Horse just absolutely just knocked it out of the park. So let me get this pulled up here. So go ahead.
Oh no, I hope there's some truth to that, because for as much of things that just hit in that limbo of production limbo of it's run its course, nobody wants to pay to find the old records to put it back into distribution, to bring it back out, or you know what I mean, like there's some of the old classic mecha anime, and I don't know, I feel like, what am I trying to say? The fact that Japan is trying to do some of the global markets and really figure out how to appeal to a wider audience, not to cater to them per se, but to distribute and get money from them because they need the money. I think if they could figure out how to dig it back a few decades and just pull out some of that stuff and make it more available for purchase, like they don't really have to do much. Kind of like when the Embracer Group bought up all those IPs for PlayStation and just popped them back out for $50, just slightly remastered and reformatted for the new system without doing much to them. People will buy that shit up because the nostalgia, because finally available. And honestly, you wouldn't have to do much to it, and it can, at least for a minute there, give a boost of income, cash flow. Like I see it as a win-win, but I don't know the depths it would take to get some of the rights right.
Yeah. But I can tell you this, between the two, the first Vampire Hunter D, A Kiss from a Noble, the book is vastly different than the anime. Most of the characters are still there, but what they do is vastly different. If you get a chance, go to Dark Horse, pick these up. They've got this in omnibus form. They've got them in singles form. This is a damn good read. Or hop on, Audible or wherever you do your audiobooks. Listen to them. They are fantastic. And I think they had over half of them fully voice casted. So yeah, this is definitely well worth the time. And because of how good the other is, it is possible that we could get some new Vampire Hunter D. We need it. It would be fantastic if they could do it. My only concern is they would try to do it with the same style as this, which if it's shaded right, it could work, but they definitely got to work on smoothing out the animation just a bit more before I would say, yeah, absolutely, let's do it.
I know Berserk was big, and I understand that the story of Demon Slayer was good, but that choppy, like whatever camera style, for the action I get, in real live action, but when everything is that choppy, it just I can't do it. Something breaks in my brain.
The UFO Table chose to do that different style, but yeah, that one is what it is. Yeah. Although I do have to admit, I did recently look at the top 100 anime versus the top 100 manga and how many of them overlap. There's actually quite a few manga that we've never got an anime for, and I doubt we ever would, like Vagabond. Or a proper adaptation of Steel Ball.
I think with Vagabond, any studio is just too scared that they won't live up to the manga.
That's fair.
Yeah. Berserk, we don't have a proper adaptation on. Netflix is screwing this thing up all to hell. That's funny. From 2004 to 11, that's how long ago it came out. Monsters got properly adapted. Vinland Saga is still in the process. Slam Dunk. No idea what this one is. Although, as you can see, it looks like ass. Kingdom is getting it.
You're right.
But I thought it was interesting seeing the top ones on here versus what's actually been adapted in the top 100 according to this. So Freyren's higher. Gintama is higher. Chainsaw Man. There's Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Very interesting how different the sensibilities or the readership versus the viewership is. What's considered peak. I just thought it was interesting to see that. But yeah, I've heard Vagabond is extremely good, but yeah.
Well, there's something, and I think there's a lot of truth to this, is the medium of the, and I've talked about this a lot back when I did videos too, but like just the medium of the story affects how it can be told. And there's sometimes it's, if it's done so well in the manga form, like how are they going to do it? How are they going to translate this? And then if you get somebody that just, especially like you said, if somebody likes it so much in this version, and you know that you have a really, really passionate fan base, it's almost like you need to wait 5 or 10 years before people are a little less like so excited, so into it, to give them a chance to breathe, that somebody else can have an idea on how to make it work. Because if you're constantly comparing it to, it's like any sort of redoing a story, right? You're going to be constantly compared to the original work, and if you do it while the original work is so hot, you're just kind of shooting yourself in the foot with so many, especially with all the online, everybody has an opinion, then you have the trolls trying to push arguments and then stirring up conversation and streaming wars for like conversations that didn't need to happen for like a month, and then people think they have to choose sides before they realize it was just an idiot trying to stir the pot, right?
Mm-hmm. But no, T-shirts right on this one. That one has been on hiatus for a long time.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's always that possibility, because we've seen it happen too often. So, and yeah, since we still have the strikes, we got to be careful with what we do here on the YouTube side. So if anybody does have anything they want us to preview and or watch more in their entirety, when we go Rumble exclusive, we will do that. But as always, a little coin greases the wheel and helps out, and I definitely appreciate it all. And it allows us to be able to do those type of things on the Rumble exclusive. So, yes. Especially if we start doing Tenchi Muyo. Even though that exists on YouTube in its entirety. If I was to try and show it, they'd be like, no, you get third strike, you gone. So we can't do that. At least not yet.
Yep.
Yeah. There has been a lot of death recently, way more than... It's been unusual. It happens. But you know what's even more unusual?
What?
Having someone in a profession where the item that they are trying to sell was great at one time, has a lot of nostalgia feels, falls away because modernity, but then someone actually has the bright idea of, hey, why don't we just take it back to the way it was when we were a kid? And lo and behold, this happens. Tim Sparks has confirmed he purchased 80 Pizza Huts and brought back everything that made them iconic. A Pac-Man machine, the salad bar, the red cups, booths for families, everything. If you haven't seen this, this is probably one of the most wholesome stories I've seen in a long time. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I bring it up is because we all have those. This is when we talk about giving the people what they want. This is exactly it.
It's amazing the comments we have about they have the red cups. Yes, we do.
Yes.
Tim Sparks got his start working at a Pizza Hut that looked like this. He's now president of Dayland Corporation, which owns this franchise and more than 80 others around the country. They've redecorated many restaurants to rewind the clock.
That looks exactly like how it was when I worked in
one that I remember from when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's what we were after.
Some Pizza Hut classics are now top performing locations. Customers
So are the
show up for a
pizzas
piece of their
tasting
child.
good again, or?
I think that they have reformulated some of their stuff. Because yes, the quality of the food has gone down. But these classic locations, if they're using the classic formulas, the deep dish, as delicious as it is, if I told you how much oil goes into it.
I mean, I believe you for how many times. Okay, so I will say this. I remember as a kid, especially getting Pizza Hut pepperoni, even if it wasn't pepperoni, this is when going to Pizza Hut or getting a delivery or whatever to go. I don't remember any other pizza more predominantly, or where I learned that you put the napkin to soak up the oils off the pizza.
Mm-hmm.
That happened so many times at the old school Pizza Huts more than any other place, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, the deep dish was always there. When I worked there twice, both in the late 90s and in the early 2000s, the deep dish was pretty much the only thing you ever bought. Pretty much the only thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you, with where I live, we used to have 3 locations. One of them was near the university. It's traditional. It's a traditional building. There was one in the middle part of town, traditional building. One on the northern end and in the smaller hamlet town that connects up with mine. All 3 of them were the same. They all had the bar. They all had the 1 or 2 arcade machines. They ran the same. They still did their delivery and their carryout, but they were a sit-down in-person experience. They shut the one in the center of town down first and just did away with it completely. The one on the north end, they shut it down and moved it to a carryout and delivery only small, tiny box, which sucks. The one on the south end of town near the university still exists. They've updated the inside of the building though and did away with most of those other things. So if they were to restore it, it would probably be fine. But yeah, on the food side, most of if they went back to their standard how they make the pizza dough, the deep dish, because the deep dish is the pizza that they are famous for. Thin crust, give me a break. Anything other than the pan pizza is not Pizza Hut. If they've done that right, then this would be good, because I do remember how good that pizza was. It was the best.
So now you've got me questioning. are they bringing back the book it and personal pan pizzas and the sticker
Yes.
charts?
Yes, this particular branch did, from what I was hearing.
That shit promoted reading in kids like no other, right? More than schools did, because I get my personal pan pizza so often. And damn, that was good.
So we usually did stuffed crust or just the buffet.
Oh yeah, the stuffed crust was fantastic. Yeah, the baby oil was cheap back then.
All right, Kitty.
But yes.
I also feel like, Mr. Gaddy's, I've seen a resurgence in some places trying to push that buffet pizza again.
Yeah, if you do it right, you can make it work. There's actually a chain here that's more Intermountain West or Utah, Idaho that does that, and they're not the best pizza. They're better than the regular. They're not fantastic, but the price is right.
So
and it's good enough.
Where you two live, are there a Casey's gas station?
No.
I don't know, not near me.
Because where I used to live in the States, Casey's gas station pizza, 1,000 times better than anything else.
Yeah, the coup screwed up a lot of things.
It did.
But anyways, let's continue this here because this is a great news story. And actually, for once, CBS actually did a decent job of actually doing some real reporting. Anyways, here we go.
Childhood.
It just brings back memories.
To share with their own.
I love the look.
When you finally find something that tastes how you genuinely remember it tasting, like you can't let it go.
People come from 2 and 3 hours away, and I'm not making that up.
More restaurants are serving
Look
up
like the
nostalgia.
original.
Franchises like Burger King and KFC return.
And I can attest to that too. The Burger King here, they have gone back to the more classic look. And they went through and they redid their burger, or how they put together the Whopper. And even though it's still, cheap meat, it's a better cheap meat. It tastes better than what it did. Still not great for you, but better than, yeah.
The weird thing is like, and I know there are different companies that kind of have this thing, but this whole, like, every 5 to 10 years, you have to redo your brand. You have to, like, this happened in the 80s and 90s. Like, we had this era where everything was just hitting the spot. It was nice. And then all of a sudden by 2000s, like, some corporate person was like, we got to keep moving. You got to keep shifting. We got to keep drawing people's attention. It can't stay the same. It's like, but you kind of hit a good stride there. And I get that at some people get bored of things, but there's a reason why certain things are a golden era.
So the main reason is this comes from the media industry, media designers, because they wouldn't make any money if people had a logo and design and everything that worked.
Well, there was a huge, I agree, around the turn of the century, there was a huge surge of graphic designers, a whole bunch of people going into those fields because they just thought that was the next wave of everything. And now you have AI doing it all for you, right? Which hit or miss, or Shum's, avatar, right? There's a lot of stuff that it's like, if I put into but the sad thing about that is you needed all those graphic designers for 20 years and all those creative people to see the AI.
Not now.
Well,
but
no,
Evident Hair, you're right. We actually have Papa Murphy's where I live. So
okay. Yeah.
If you want to make it yourself or bake it yourself, yes. As far as with what they do, anything of the traditional pizza crust is what they're best at. Trying to do a deep dish with a take home to bake at home, that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work too well.
You'd have to have the pans for sure. But no, we used to have a Papa Murphy's right when they started coming out in our smaller town, and they didn't last because when you're in a smaller town where people are like, well, why am I buying pizza to cook it myself? I'm buying pizza so I can go home and eat it, right? The nuance didn't quite translate to us, but they had good pizza. I remember that.
Yeah, they do have good pizza, and for the most part, it works here. They are very popular here. But let's continue here. But yeah, Burger King, I can say they have been doing some of that reversion back. And I think McDonald's is eventually going to have to, because let's face it, they look like a sanitized piece of ass.
Burger King and KFC returned to old school logos.
And I love
packaging
KFC.
in recent years. At Pizza Hut, they even brought back Pac-Man.
Yeah, I've never been too fond of the tabletop type design or version of the game. But if you're going to do it, I do remember Pac-Man in there. I remember that.
Oh, yeah.
But for Sparks, this is much more than a game. It's a mission to rebuild places where families can connect.
If we could get them in here as a family, they do tend to put their phones down and actually have
That
conversations.
is huge. Put the damn phone up at the table. We've had a rule for the most part in my family with the kids and with us for forever. When we're at the dinner table, you do not bring your phone. The phone stays in the other room. You don't touch it. And for the most part, that helped. It really did.
I'm going to say this, though, ponder for a second. Like, because of the era, I mean, those light fixtures are amazing. And
they are. The Tiffany light fixtures.
And the red plastic cup, right? Not the red Solo cup, but that red plastic cup. I think I saw a meme somewhere that was like this cup, and it had the like product value number. It was like, is American nostalgia, whether it's the white or red version, like this is the most popular cup. It brings all the feels back. But like, I think there's definitely something, especially about the nostalgia, but especially about this. It is very warm. The colors are warm, family friendly.
Yes.
Inviting place. And then you have, for those of us that had lived it, it's like this experience, right? So you have this, it's, member berries, whatever you want to call it. But like when you go back to experience this time, this era, this warmth without the cell phones, it's muscle memory. It's like, why am I looking at my cell phone when I want to experience this all over again? And I think it really is important to create experiences again in like, not just functionality, not for showing off or like something where it just kind of gets boring or people trying to up the experience and making it, but like this sort of thing where it's inviting, it's warm, the diner feel like you can't just, I don't know, say you want to do something. You have to create an environment where, I don't know, people are actually interested in doing the said effect. Like you said, put down your phone, connect with people. I mean, I for all of us who are terminally online, going out, maybe not touch grass, but maybe get a greasy pizza once in a while, right?
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, this place looks exactly like how I remember. And when, as I said, the two places that I worked at was that way. But this is even more than 90s culture. This goes all the way back into the 70s. If you ever get a chance to watch The Bad News Bears, in the very opening shots, you have Walter Matthau going to a Pizza Hut to take on the team that he was assigned to coach. And this is how it looked. It looked like this. Well, anyways, let's continue on.
And speak with each other. I'm not going to tell you I know how to fix the world, but I do think that family is a good place to start.
He hopes to renovate more of his restaurants. Enough of those lamps.
They're hard to get?
Yeah, they're almost impossible to get.
A familiar taste.
Well, cheers.
Cheers, though.
Bringing people together.
Just like I remember it.
And that's good. If it's just like you remember it, that means that they're cooking it the way that we did years ago. So I give massive props to this particular owner, because his is winning. They're winning. Whereas Pizza Hut proper, or Yum Brands, which is PepsiCo, the stores that they themselves are owning directly that they have modernized, they're closing 300 of them, more than what's already been done.
Well, and I agree. I understand that where it stems from, Clifton, about graphic designers and certain people being out of work, but there's something. It's one thing if the logo changes slightly here and there and all that stuff, and that really, really, really worked for Cracker Barrel last year, right?
Yeah, they
that worked out so
change.
well. Yeah.
Although
One Punch Man token fan, good to see it. But yeah, there is a difference between changing to make you better versus changing because modernity, or changing because of feminism, or changing because you're in the inner city now versus being what you're supposed to be. Cracker Barrel.
And well, the other thing is, I think you put the nail on the head, Brandon, a minute ago when it's like Burger King nostalgia. They're making the burger the old way, but it's still using the cheap meats. Like I went to, was it earlier this year? I think it was earlier this year, right? Or earlier, sorry, last year. I'm confused now. But went to a Cracker Barrel, right? And it was just like, yeah, it was towards the end of last year, after the whole thing, and after they reverted back, and it was like, but the food is not nearly as good as it was 3 to 4 years ago.
That's
it's just
because
like
They changed that too.
well, no, I understand why, but I went to see it for myself. This is part of storytelling, right?
Yeah.
So it's like the logo change is one thing, but when they change the food, they change these ingredients because they're trying to be more cost effective, or they're trying to do this or cut costs here, and they want more corporate, pad the lining of the corporate. It's like when, and I think this is going to be it's always a big struggle, right? But it's like if the people cooking the food, if all that stuff has just gone to shite, it doesn't matter how much percentage CEOs are taking in their pocket because nobody's spending money there. So again, either they're going to rectify themselves or somebody's going to come back and try to do the same thing because, like you said, this is what people actually want, right? This is where people actually go, as opposed to just sitting at home online debating ad nauseum about things that you're never going to go see in real life or experience in real life. I'd rather have things that make me want to go experience it. Like, I'm not going to make it, but the Unicorn Gundam is going to get torn down in Japan. It's going to be retired this year, right in August, a few months left. And that'd be awesome to see. But I'm not going to make it, but that would be an awesome pilgrimage, right?
Yeah, that it would. And I want to say thank you to Pat. He posted a link to a website called Used to Be Pizza Hut. And yeah, some of these old Pizza Huts, like the one here where I live, one of them was turned into a local bistro, which is really good.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
The other one on the northern side, it got turned into a doctor's office. But then there's this one. If you're going to turn a Pizza Hut into something else, you might as well turn it into a steakhouse and sushi place.
Nice.
Sure.
Yeah. And I'll say this is on my way to one of my destinations that I have to go to every once in a while. And I have seen it, and it's both good. I'm glad the building's still being used, but it's sad at the same time. It really is. All right. Let's shift gears here just a smidge. This is something that I saw. I'm very hesitant about the remake stuff, especially with how bad Square Enix or Squeenix messed up the Final Fantasy VII one.
Yeah.
If they were to do this with my beloved Final Fantasy VI, I would be okay. I would be pleasantly happy with this. Have it actually look like the game. Have the story of the game, not some multiverse bullshit. Oh, this is what AI is for. This is why our stuff's become so expensive. But I could live with this. This would be fantastic. And I'll give props to anybody who can name all the characters that they show. Gotta suplex the train. Oh man, that would be so good. The World of Ruin. Yep. Oh, Kefka, you mad, insane clown.
Oh man, I I didn't have the PlayStation or any of the, and I know one of these got released. A couple of these got released on Nintendo back in the day, but I was too young to really play them. But man, I did all the Zelda things, but now that I'm where I'm at, it's like I want to go back and play them, but there's also not enough time to do all the things.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's hard, but at least we've got the pixel remasters, and the pixel remasters are extremely good.
Yeah.
But if Square Enix wanted to print money, that's all they would have to do. All you had to do was just follow the story. That would make, that's all they'd have to do. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
That's what they would do to him, although the story behind why he is the way he is much simpler than that. Kefka, was Emperor Gestal's right-hand man, but he was also the first one to be experimented upon with magicite and reinstating magic into humans. Because he was the first one, the prototype, his mind shattered. Hence why he is the mad clown and has no F's to give, no empathy, no sympathy, nothing. That's why.
It's a good story, good trope of, the overworked, whether it's, puppet glue or something, and then they just get, again, they dedicate themselves to their craft and their craft breaks them. Those are simple tropes and wonderful stories to follow.
Well, there we go.
Awesome.
Still in the graphics designing business.
I don't want people to be out of work. And I have some friends. I say that because I had some friends, early 2000s that went into graphic design and still doing some stuff here and there for different places. And it's funny because I think some want to go in for gaming, want to go for big art stuff, and they end up working for a company as just doing their normal layout stuff, right? Or maybe a school district doing different designs, and it pays the bills, and it's not nearly as flashy or as exciting, but they get to do some cool stuff. And again, it needs to be done, right? There's a place for it. I don't think AI is smart enough to, well, I guess I said it tongue in cheek, but I know that AI isn't smart enough to put stuff together. And, dare I go into it and say that I think Google's making a terrible decision trying to put Gemini and AI in charge of your Google search instead of actually giving you real information.
Oh, it's awful. If you get a choice, don't. Google search is shit. It's been shit for a long time. I haven't used it.
Yeah.
Primarily for about 10 plus years now. And as much as I drag and rag on Microslop, the Bing search engine is actually better as far as a mainstream, I'll air quote that, goes. It's better about it.
The other thing about Google, and I'm hearing this a lot more lately with the AI and all the stuff, is, and they say don't, actually choose passwords and don't sign in with your Google account, which is kind of hard to do sometimes, remember all their passwords. But the biggest thing is, what was the story the other day that some artist uploaded things. They uploaded things to their own Google Drive, and then Google said,
"Yes, that's why you can't use cloud storage."
Oh yeah,
right. So and people are like, "How did it get access to their files?" It's because they uploaded.
Because it's Google.
Well, yeah. But it's like what I'm saying is, if you don't put it on your Google Drive, if you don't use Google for that, right? I have if Google doesn't have access to things, or you don't give access, if you use it as an email, not as an all-encompassing storage thing, right? Get your own external storage. You get your own stuff. Then it's just an email and account. But when you start using all this and it starts, right, data mining all the things because it has permission, all of a sudden, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, AI is asshole and Google is asshole. Yeah. So
it's not just Google. I mean, basically,
they all do it.
And any AI, it will go through every website that's online, and and it's allowed access to everything. Like everything is basically free. That's why actually most of the copyright shit that you get on images or anything like that, it's all bullshit if it's on the internet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a lot of that going on. But back to the thing about, when you use a drive service, you think it's your personal, your private, you're not sharing it with anybody, it's no one else's business. If you upload something and they don't like it, yeah, they will delete your shit. And if you don't have your own backup to the backup storage type systems, you could potentially lose everything if one person decides, or one AI decides, that you are not fitting within the social media square model, so we'll delete your shit. Yeah, that's a problem. So,
and for me, I mean, 20 years ago, I remember when people who used iTunes, right? iTunes was the thing to do. Everybody, your iTunes music store, you stored it, you had cloud storage, it would sync up, right? And then
you even had the Coca-Cola codes.
Right. But the other thing is I don't know how many people at a certain point when they started getting bigger and more mainstream and, more commercially and connected with all the companies, that all of a sudden, if you had a bootleg, or a legit old recording or a demo that wasn't iTunes, that hadn't been categorized by iTunes, you could have a rare recording put on your computer, and if you were connected to the cloud, online version, they would come in and be like, that doesn't match our version, so they would overwrite your version. So if you don't have that disc or the hard copy anymore, you just lost a rare recording that was a legit recording of the band, but because iTunes hadn't categorized it, it no longer existed to them or you. And it's like, okay, so cloud services have been doing this stuff for 20, 30 years now, and people get complacent, or maybe they're younger and they haven't seen it, but it's like, I feel like we're repeating the story just at grander scales now, because everybody's terminally online and they don't think about.
No, they don't think about it. And the problem is, because of something like that, what really did happen can be overridden by something artificially created, but then pushed as it happened. That's the problem that we are going to face. And that is kind of the problem that we do face. It's the old Soviet problem. You had someone next to sit a picture with Stalin and some other dude, but then they other him and then they go through and edit the picture and remove him. Yeah. That's exactly what they're doing. So yeah, I personally have 3 offline computers in storage without wireless access. My newest offline computer from 19 hasn't been connected for 7 years. We're still trying to get itself online. Yeah, that's going to be a real problem. So anything that is yours that you have digitally, make sure that you have ways to back it up and ways to keep it from getting online. So that way, if your shit does get scanned by them and they don't like it, they can't touch it. So it's time for a little break. Let's take which one should we do? We've worked out. We've had our body pillow. You know what? Let's get loaded up in the gates. Let's go. And you know what? Let's finish the race. better. Yes, we needed a palate cleansing. And yes, the Umamusume, they are on the loose. Yep, and Urara will always be my favorite. Yes, indeed. Moose Rocka, it's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, always on Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah, so early.
Congratulations to you, good sir. That is awesome.
Congrats.
Children are a blessing. And I hope yours blesses you. Good to have you. This is my horsey. My horsey's amazing. Oh, even better. That's awesome. I was blessed with girls, and they're a lot of fun. But in their teenage years, they're a little harder to get to. Little harder, but that's all right. Yeah. Blessings to you, good sir, and I hope that it goes well. All right. Now that we have gone through our palate cleanser, as I mentioned, the Crunchyroll awards happened during the middle of the night, and I didn't feel like staying up to watch it and then have to get up like 2 hours later to come here. So here are the winners in the order as they have it here. So from Anime Corner, the quote-unquote official award winners. So Anime of the Year, My Hero Academia Final Season.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that one. That one doesn't bother me too badly.
I mean,
let's see.
They've kind of
there we go.
Top of the charts for a while.
Whoa.
Hey.
Whoa.
Oh.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, that one doesn't surprise me considering how popular My Hero Academia has been, and having that final season finally occur. Yeah, it needed it. So there we go. Let's see. Film of the year. No surprise here. The Infinity Castle of Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. Best continuing series, One Piece. Not really surprising there.
No.
You know,
longest continuing series.
Umamusume are the only horse girls. No horse-headed girls. Well, if we get a little more, we might do that, and we might do that. Yeah. Excuse me there. Hold on a sec.
Bless you.
RKFC here got 7-5. Oh man. That's hopefully they beat his ass is what they did. That's the type of shit that needs to happen. If you're gonna have assholes starting to do that, beat their asses. Anyways.
Extra crispy.
Yeah, extra crispy ass beating.
Ew.
Thank you, Shum, for the $10 Rumble rant. Bring on the real homage to our favorite horse girls. Thank you so very much. And you know what? We will do that. I think we will do that. I think that's in the cards. Good morning. Let's see. Shiny Eevee Evolution Cosplayer GC. Shiny, welcome to you. Good to have you here.
Hi, Shiny.
All right, so One Piece. Yeah, I can totally see that. And Shum, you know what? I'm going to give you just a little snippet real quick. Let's do this. We all need a little mine in our lives. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of mine in our lives. A little bit of kawaii. Comic Relief Crusader, good to see you. You just finished the Demon Slayer movie, Infinity Castle? Good.
Well, right on time then, because we just finished talking about it.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, she's Rosa Mine. Rosa Mine. Aye! Anyways, best continuing series, One Piece, sure. Best new series, Gachi Yakuta. Yeah, I can see that. Best original anime, Lazarus? No. Whoever voted for this needs to have my size 13 shoved straight up their butt. Or as T-shirt put it, it was Lazar ass. It is ass. It was not good. Oh, it's so awful.
Okay. Noted.
It wasn't great.
I think I remember seeing some of the animation, some of the previews, and I was not interested.
It wasn't good.
At the beginning, I liked it. I really enjoyed it, but it fell off.
So you're saying people just watched the first episode and then voted on it?
Probably.
Yeah.
You know, there was another show that same studio did that was an original that was way better. Zenshu. Zenshu is light years ahead of that.
Cowboy Bebop. It was the same universe.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a Watanabe joint. And I think it's because it was a Watanabe joint that's what caught everybody's attention, because it does have the ties to the Bebop world.
So yeah, nostalgia rating. Okay.
But it was better than Lazarus.
Okay. I follow you. Yeah. Okay.
Don't threaten Brent. What, shoving my size 13 boot up your Yeah.
Is that a point toe or round toe? Sorry.
Steel boot or steel toed. Yeah. But you're right. Zenshu's ending, they couldn't stick the landing. Yeah. Anyways, Lazarus, this one's bullshit. Let's see. Best Animation Studio or Best Animation Solo Leveling Season 2 of Rise from the Shadow. All right. Character design, Gotcha Yakuta. What? There are better designs out there.
What? I don't think I've watched Gotcha Kudo.
I've watched the first 3 episodes, and it's one of those shows that I couldn't do. You know, there are certain types of violence and certain types of everything that I'm good with. This one is one that I wasn't good with.
This was like really gritty one where he's in the junk. Yeah.
The trash world. Yeah.
I watched the first episode, and like you said, it was just too gritty, visceral, something like it needs its own. I get that it's very different, and I think sometimes it's just because it's new and different, or just enough different from the current metas that people get drawn to it for the contrast. It doesn't make it better. It's just enough to jar their memory and stick out, which is sad.
I mean, I know the guys from Anime After Dark, they enjoyed it when they watched it.
Yeah, I tried, I couldn't do it, and I know the DA and all the guys from there, they did tend to like it more, but yeah, Gotcha Yakuta just wasn't for me. But best director, for the Apothecary Diaries, Akinori Fudasaka and Nohiro Naganuma. Yeah, that they did very good direction with that. So I'm glad that one won.
Such a good show.
Background, Gotcha Yakuta. Yeah, it does have a good background, but it's still Gotcha Yakuta. Best romance, The Flagrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. I can see that, and I bet Emily would probably would say yes to that one, since that's more in her wheelhouse. So, Second Renaissance 1 and 2, that is true. The Second Renaissance 1 and 2 is extremely, If you want to know how the Matrix came to be, that's how. Anyways, best comedy, Dawn to Dawn Season 2. Yeah. That one's definitely a normie pick, but I'm okay with that one. I can live with that one. Yeah. Let's see. Action anime solo leveling. Sure. Best Isekai, ReZero, Season 3.
That thing has been topping charts since it showed up. It's so broody and so... I don't know. I've only watched the first season, so I never got to Season 3. But it just... I don't know if it gets better.
Mystery porn. And then if you haven't watched it, then watch it with us tomorrow.
Noted.
With the Animatrix, those 2 are my favorite. There's only one other one that was pretty good. The rest of them were, as far as an anthology goes. But let's see here. Best drama anime, Apothecary Diary Season 2. Yep. Slice of Life, Spy Family Season 3. It's funny how it has kind of, in some ways, morphed a bit. because it is both a slice of life, but it's also a spy thriller. So yeah, Spy Family, it's still a watch no matter what.
It's a slice of life.
Yeah, the spice of life, the slice of life.
The splice of life. Yeah.
Well, if we're going to get into splicing, we got to get into Bioshock. But anyways, thank you to Thumb Ugly for the 5. Let me actually readjust ourselves here. Good morning, everyone. Y'all see the Uma Musume cosplayer doing an real life SWAT game? Also, my wife. We need more Ryoko in our lives. Yes, we do. We need more Ryoko. So you know what? Ask and ye shall receive. Let me see what I can find today for Ryoko. Let me go to the superior search engine, which is Bing. Ryoko. There we go. Which one should we do today? Ooh, this one was done by a deviant from DeviantArt.
Oh.
And we can actually show it here because it's not that deviant.
I mean, DeviantArt is still out there? Okay.
Yes, it is. So when in doubt,
surprised by that.
Ryoko from Tenchi Muyo.
For all the other sites that were popular around, like Tumblr and other things, at least some of them held true.
Yes. And you're welcome. And thank you for the 5. For that, you get to do the cat dance.
これは最近噂のトロキャットだ。
にゃんがにゃんがにゃんにゃん、にゃんがにゃんがにゃんにゃん、にゃんがにゃんがにゃんにゃん、にゃんがにゃんがにゃんにゃん。いじっちゃうぞ。
I'm gonna toy with you.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I've only seen the first episode. We'll have to see how it keeps going, but I hear he keeps dying a lot. All right, let's see what else. Best main character, Mau Mau. If you're a channel member, toss out the Mau Mau emojis. We love the Apothecary Diaries here, and definitely Mau Mau because her voice actress is absolutely insane.
Mau Mau is. Have we determined that she's an honorary cat girl since they named the stray cat after her?
Yes.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just making sure that was canon in this channel. Okay.
All right. Best supporting character, Bakugo, My Hero Academia. Okay. Must protect at all costs. Yeah, it's Anya. Do we have Anya on here? Do we have Anya still?
We should.
When is reincarnated as a sword? Because she was also
this year.
Okay. She
this
is
fall.
also protect at all costs.
Yep.
I mean, Anya would still beat her, but still.
Yeah. I named my dog Anya.
Nice.
But yes, we have our beloved Anya, Anya Forger. Got to protect her at all costs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we're finally getting season 2 of Sword Daddy, and where we're going is a blast. I've actually got the manga. I've read it. Oh, we are in for a fun time. It's going to be so good.
Yeah.
All right, so Anya, best anime song, Iris Out by Kenji Yozua, Chainsaw Man. Sure, why not?
I mean, it's just super popular, right?
Yeah. Best anime score, Demon Slayer. Yeah. Opening sequence, On the Way by Anya the End. No, not sure on that one. Ending sequence, I by Bump Up Chicken. I can see that. Best Japanese voice artist performance, Ao Yuki as Mau Mau. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And we can, for those of you who have never seen this woman or know anything about her, yeah, I'm going to show you. And I'm going to show you why. Yeah. And from what I understand, some of the stories around her are wild. Just straight up wild. Here we go. Let me get it loaded back up here. So, the Apothecary Diaries. That's right. We're getting season 3 of that, a movie, and part 2 of season 3, all within a 6-month time span at the end of the month. And thank you so very much to Yarn Witch for the viewers who are doing a raid on the YouTube side. Thank you so very much. Yarn Witch, we need to get you back in, have you come talk with us. It's time. It's time to do that.
Yeah.
It is time to do that. All right.
Hey, Yarny.
Hello,
Apothecary. If I can spell it right, Apothecary. The Apothecary Diaries. So, our beloved Mau Mau.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Aoyuki. She's 34 now. She's a shorty. She's shorter than my ex. That's short.
That is short.
Let's see. Best known by her stage name, Aoyuki. Japanese voice actress and singer represented by Profit. I guess she goes all out whenever she's in public doing things for the work that she's doing.
Okay.
But let's take a look at some of the characters that she's done. Azuna Shiatori, our little dancing girl who loves Pichon. I mean, really loves Pichon. And Ranma.
Mm-hmm.
Madoka Kaname. Yep. Genba Kazama. Yep. Oh, there we go.
Okay. Okay. You have to be a certain person to do this well, and that was done well. Okay.
Yes. And she still does it well, and she's going to keep doing it well. But yes. She is crazy.
Because she's about the same size, or
okay.
Yep.
That's a range, you know, Tanya to Mau Mau.
And then going to Suya Asui, Froppy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay. All right. She's very animated.
Then Mamoru-kun in Fire Force. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Tamaki Kotsuya in Fire Force. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She voices Pichon, or the bird in Sasaki to Pichon. I'm actually shocked that one got a second season, but that's me. Let's see. Yep. Sakumaki. Let's see. Sakumaki. One Punch Man. Mm-hmm.
Many beloved characters.
Yes.
Definitely.
You know, it does, and this goes back to say that, like, even in animation, the voice actors in the cast, like, I mean, somebody was mentioning the gacha games and how those things are more prevalent, which is a conversation for its own time. But the current, and I don't play Wuwa, but I know about it because friends play it, Wuthering Waves. But the voice actress who played, you know, Amith, apparently she kind of did some improv and did some things and just put her heart and soul into the character, which made that character so much more beloved, I think, than the devs even expected or realized. So, yeah, that kind of put the storyline thing and their whole kind of game progress in an uproar, I think. And there's theories about that, but it's just amazing how the person you cast and how they, even if, you know, like stealing the show happens just as much in the animated voice acting than it does in full on live action.
Yep. She goes from more adult type of shows like Cleavitus being Naruru or Mau Mau to the super kiddie show. She does 4 of them.
That's hilarious.
Yes.
Okay.
She's got a very good range of characters that she does, even in ReZero. Yeah. But she's had steady work for a very long time.
Yeah, you can see why.
Time. And I forgot, she also voiced 10 Yosei Hatsura and Kurokishi in The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic.
Nice.
Oh, yes.
You love to see it, though. Oh, Diane? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Diane. Nice.
Yeah, Cleavitus is a much better show. And we're finally, second season of that's coming up here pretty soon, here in the summer season. So, yeah.
Can't wait for that.
Doesn't she also wield a Yes, she does have a crazy range too. The one for Anya. The voice actresses are very. The Japanese voice acting industry is much better than the American one. We all know that. And yes, Bump a Chicken is a good band. It is a good band.
And what? Okay, so they just did opening and closing sequence. What shows were those for? The Bump.
The ones that I remember from Bump of Chicken is mostly from Spy Family. Those are the ones that I remember most.
Okay.
They also did the one for, I believe, Delicious in Dungeon.
Okay. Also,
So
Bump of Chicken is a quite interesting name for a band. I'll give it that.
yes, they are interesting. So Bump of Chicken. There we go. These guys have been active since 1994. Look at this. Years active. Bump of Chicken, also named Bump.
Okay.
Let's see. Bump of Chicken is a 4-piece Japanese rock band under the record label Toys Factory.
Okay.
They had been under Highline Records. Okay. Formed back in 94, 8 albums and 23 singles. Wow. They have been going forever.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So those are the members of it. But yeah, let's see. My Hero Academia theme song. Okay. Transformers 40th. Yep.
Delicious,
Bump of Chicken. So, yep. Spy Family. Detective Conan. They've done a lot over the years.
Yeah.
It's funny. I don't think of them being that old, but I guess they are.
Mm-hmm.
The Dead End Adventure. Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
A lot of One Piece. Okay.
So yeah, they've been around for a long time, and exactly.
Well, yeah, K-pop is an industry that has to have a certain image and like, I feel like professional athletes can stay athletes longer than you can stay K-pop, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Between the two, I prefer J-pop. I prefer Japanese in general, but
yeah.
If I have to pick a next one, Korean would be next, and don't get me started on Chinese. Just grates my ears. I can't do it.
Yeah, like what was it? What was the Mandarin movie? The show that Lord of Mysteries, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
that was a really really good show, but also it was kind of hard because I'm not used to the Mandarin. I'm not used to the dialect, so it just doesn't flow. And so I could only watch like an episode at a time, right? It was hard to binge that. I think I went back.
It does have a dub now.
Yeah, I did watch some of the dub, and I was like, you know what? It's easier to, because like you said, language and animation isn't just Japanese anymore. And sometimes you said like the Japanese voice actors are very animated. You get a different experience than the 15 American voice actors that you hear and everything, right?
Yep.
Okay, maybe 25 at this point, but yeah, there's sometimes where dubs are still like, yeah, I'm gonna do the dubs, right? I don't have the attention span or the focus, honestly.
I think you're probably meaning Tomori Kusunoki. She, I guess, got engaged recently, and people went apeshit over that.
Oh, where's
Girls
that?
with Guns. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. It's always good to see you.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she has also done a ton of stuff over the time. Let's see. Chain Soldier.
Okay.
Reincarnated as a Dragon. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, she's done quite a bit here and there.
You know, I did go back and start watching Chain Soldier season 2. Interesting story.
And then we have Power. We have another crazy one. Another shorty.
Yeah. Does she do live action or just voices?
I think just voices, but she voices Araine Glennis Maple. Skelly.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
She voices Ivy. Pride Royal Ivy. Yep. Oh, more Chain Soldier. Yep. Dead Account. Yep.
I tried to get into that one. That one was the concept was neat, but like,
yeah,
sometimes the Ghost Hunter stuff just doesn't really jump out at me. Like, I know Bleach is really good, but if it's more demons, I could do it. But if it's more like ghost weird stuff, I don't know. For some reason, the genre doesn't stick out.
Yeah, it wasn't my thing. It was okay, and I'm sure it's better than most, but at the same time, I'm like, nah, it's just not my style. And as you can see here, these ones here, they're all pretty much up my wheelhouse these days. So, but let's take a break here. So we did have it paid for. We shall play it. It's time to gallop. You got a little over 3 minutes. If you need to go to the restroom, do it. If you need to restock your caffeine, do it. Let's gallop.
Soaring in a dream, in a wide and open sky, she was galloping through, and I couldn't deny. With her ears and her mane, she was one of a kind, an anime horse girl stuck in my mind. She turned and our worlds collided. Hooves and heartbeats couldn't fight it, but every touch I feel it begin. Something's changing deep within. Gallop, gallop through my veins. Love's a race I can't contain. Her wild spirit, my heart's refrain. I'm losing myself in the sweet, sweet, yeah. I can't slow down. I'm a brony now in her hometown. Half a girl, half a dream. Love's a crazy caramel stream. In the mirror, my face, it starts to change. Freckles of fudge and it feels so strange. Her laughter echoes like the wind in the plains, and I'm melting inside like chocolate in rain. Thunder whispers in the midnight air. Her hooves thunder, but I don't care. I give up my form to run by her side. A brony boy with centaur pride. Gallop, gallop through my veins. Love's a race I can't contain. Her wild spirit, my heart's refrain. I'm losing myself in the sweet, sweet, yeah. I can't slow down. I'm a brony now in her hometown. Half a girl, half a dream. Love's a crazy caramel stream. Run, run through the endless night. Our shadows merge in the neon light. Hooves in love, a rhythm divine. This is her world, but now it's mine. The hearts collide. Horse girls love my sweetest ride. If being human means losing her glow, then let me transform, let me go. Gallop, gallop, let's run away. Brony and centaur in the anime ballet. Dream, love's a crazy caramel stream. I'm a girl after dream, love's a crazy caramel stream. Run through the endless night. Our shadows merge in the neon light. Who's in love, a rhythm divine. This is our world, but now it's mine. Gallop, hearts collide. Horse girls love my sweetest ride. If being human means losing her glow, then let me transform, let me go. From the light, Brony and centaur in the anime ballet.
Just remember, for the right price, she will love you long time.
And fart in a jar. Yeah.
Wait, was that her that was doing that?
She wasn't the first, but I feel like she did something like that, and they were all trying to capitalize on the metas that. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't miss the hot tub days, but I feel like even that feels so far removed from where we are now.
Yeah, the meta changes so often.
Like
$5.
5 years ago, people were just hanging out watching Yellow Flash at 3 in the morning while he looked screen sniped thoughts in hot tubs. It was a weird time. Nobody, we don't need to remember that. What's up?
Awesome one. Hey, man. Good to see you.
Can you still find that stuff on Kick?
I don't know.
No idea. I don't even want to know.
Like,
I don't want to find out.
I don't know what Twitch is anymore, other than occasionally getting Twitch drops for my games. You know.
Well, I can tell you what Twitch is. Twitch is asshole. Asshole.
Yeah.
An apocalypse is happening. Your family and romantic interests in danger. Got to cultivate for 100 years just to be strong enough to fight back. Yeah, Chinese. Yeah. Anyways,
you know which one that I know I mention every now and then, but it's one of those that I forget about often, and there's only 12 I think episodes, but the whatever the hero is overly cautious, like the anime,
yeah,
like overly cautious hero, and like I still haven't finished it. It's like I'll binge watch a few things or start the new season. And now when it's getting into that lull, about 5 to 6, 7 episodes where you're like, I want to let it cook. I don't want to get too caught up in the story because we're starting to really get into it. And I just want to watch a few episodes at a time. Then they start going back to the shows that I started watching eventually that kind of wasn't too excited to finish yet. And so then I'll start, like I said, going through old stuff and wait till we hit, episode 9 or 10 to binge the next 3 or 4 episodes of a show, and then wait sometimes till it finishes to watch the rest of it. And like I said, finish Fairy Tale or start on some other stuff or watch the shows from last season that I started but wasn't sure about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. But you know what? It's now close enough. We got to do it. We have to do it.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Well, we're going to play another clip while I get this prepared. What can we play here without causing too much problem? Here we go. Be back in a minute.
And it came to pass, in the latter days, that the land was filled with mirth and wonder, for the children of men delighted in the visions of anime and the bounty of a pie. And lo, the fan service brought forth joy and peace unto the hearts of many, and the world knew a harmony not seen since the days of old. But woe unto the tourists, for their numbers did swell and their ways were strange. They came from distant lands with greed and disruption in their hearts, and they did trample upon the sacred places, and did not regard the customs of the land. Thus saith the Lord, the anime and the opai shall be a beacon of light, saving many from the darkness of despair, yet the tourists with their heedless wanderings shall bring about the ruin of that which was pure and beloved. Verily I say unto thee, cherish the joy of the fan service, and guard it well, lest the folly of the tourists lead thee to desolation. For in their wake there shall be lamentation and wailing, and the harmony of the world shall be shattered. So let it be written, so let it be done. Amen.
Oh, yes.
So, what are we getting into now?
It's time, because we're only a month away from the summer season.
Yeah.
We need to put together the watch list, the official Anime Guy 2026 summer watch list.
Can I? Do you mind if I just respond to that? React to that little interlude you just gave?
Yes,
because I think it's important. Because the irony of it. Okay, so I think some of you guys have caught this recently, and some of you guys know who Savvy is, right?
Yes.
So she was making comment, she was responding to, because she does art and stuff, but she was responding to some of this current issues with anime and blah, blah, blah. And one of the things she said is she was reacting to a post about, I forget who said it. You guys might remember specifically in the chat, but the idea that the smaller framed anime characters are now becoming risky to draw because of the concerns of they look too young, even though you understand what I'm saying that with it, right?
You're referencing the lolly body
Yes.
style.
But yeah, and sometimes it's just a smaller frame person that people just are lumping into that, even though it's a fully grown person. You know, all of a sudden, anything that is small in frame or stature or opie is considered too young, which is becoming a huge conversation point because there's Asians that are just small framed and all that. But then would take that idea and say there's people that have been mad about certain fan service and over accentuated opie and the tushy and all that. And you know, we can go back to the thing that I said a couple years ago on this channel, that tracks of land are one thing, but we want story. But the comment is, you know, the smaller frames are too risky because people are just going to call that and assume with that, and then you get all the stuff. So the people that have been so mad about all of the big opie, the people that have mad about this fan service and the jiggles and all the accentuated features, basically just sussed it out and said that's all you're gonna get, because you've complained so much and made such a political issue about, you know, other frames or other body styles. It's like all you're gonna get is the things you don't like because you're jealous, right? So I find that interesting.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get a lot more big booty Asian, not just Latinas.
We're gonna get the opie. We're gonna get the booty.
And we're going to get more of it because they said you can't do the other thing because it complained too much. And it's just the irony of the situation, right?
Well, they don't want you to have either, really.
Yeah, and they can get stuffed for that. We're gonna have it, damn it, if we want it, and we want it. We demand beauty. Yes, we do.
I love when they say, "Oh, it's not, you know, like it's unrealistic." It's like, oh no, shit, it's anime.
Well, yeah, and and what we're really excited about is to see that redhead, right, in Jobless Reincarnation. See what she's up to.
Oh yeah,
I'm excited about that.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good. Give me just a second here. Let's see if we can adjust this a bit. Update it. There we go. That looks a little better. All right. It is that time. We need to put together our summer 2026 watch list, and man, we are loaded. Absolutely loaded with greatness. So let's get started. The whales are also unrealistic. That's true. The blue-haired Landwell Brigade bitches are definitely unrealistic in their own right. Yeah, you and me both. We definitely married above our station. That's true. All right. Mashuko Sensei, Jobless Reincarnation Season 3. Oh, you know damn well this is going on the list.
There's no way it can't.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I will watch. Is I won't let that cook. I'll watch pretty much every episode, or if I miss a week, catch up.
Yep.
Oh, and look at this. Yoju Senkai 2. Also known as the Saga of Tanya the Evil. You know damn well that's going on the list.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Those two I definitely will watch. So I'll put them.
Crusader. Yeah, this is how rumors get started.
See.
Well, I'm looking
All
forward
right.
to the trailer.
I have no idea what this one is. It's a movie. I'll put it on the list because we don't have a ton of movies, but I guess there is. Let's see. Pulla Mage Madoka. So Madoka Magica the movie. Okay. So we'll just toss that into the plan.
And
Bleach, Thousand Year
can't
Blood
wait.
War.
I can't wait for it.
Since I'm not caught up with Bleach, I can't watch it, but we'll put it on the master list. Let's see.
Might go with Bleach one
What
day.
is this one? I want to love you till your dying day. Oh. This is the Yuri. The
Girls
Yuri
raised
stuff.
as weapons of war. Okay.
Well, Brandon doesn't like Yuri.
Ha 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 ha
ha. But I will say, like, that is a genre that, speaking of genres, right? The girls as weapons of war was huge in like 2013, like Blue, whatever, the submarines, the Canculi, as ships was, and
Azure Lane,
yeah, which is the other one. I think Canculi went a little bit longer, but like, and then the sky witches and all that stuff, and I don't think the genre went away, but again, it's kind of fun to see those reincarnations of that, you know, where was it the Girls in Panzer was just girls and war machines, which was kind of a, because I remember that was one of the first times I ever came on this show, right? And so that's just girls and play with machines of war, which made it a little bit more accessible, slice of life type stuff, kind of silly, but again, I do like that genre of girls as weapons sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shum is correct.
No, he is not. You know
what did Shum
what?
say? I was talking and I wasn't paying attention.
He was saying that I don't do the Yuri because I'm into yaoi, but you know what I say? You all need to repent.
Assumptions are confirmed! What? He has a suspicious brother! Is he good to the fore? Make him repent!
That's right. You all need to repent.
Oh, and Fletcher, I want to play girls as frontline, except for there's too much gotcha, too much predatory. Like, I feel like what I'm looking forward to is the Fate third-person shooter game that's supposed to come out this year that looks like it could steal the show, or it could be a nothing burger. I don't know. We'll see.
Yep. Jedi Master, good to see you here this morning. Hope you're doing
Jedi
well.
Master.
We've got some horses ready for you.
I almost spit coffee.
You almost spit out the coffee. Let's see. Smoking behind the supermarket with you. Yeah, I'm going to watch this one.
That's worth the title's worth it.
Yep.
The animation style seems to fit.
Let's see. What's this one? Trapped in a dating sim. The world of Otama games is tough for mobs. I tried watching that first episode. I couldn't do it. So, yep. Grand Blue is getting the third season. And I know that I've got the other ones on the master list.
Okay.
Yard selling. That's always fun.
Oh, nice.
Glad you're well.
Yeah.
We got the girl.
Nice. I mean, that kind of makes sense for you. I'm glad that you're sticking with your main motifs.
So we'll add this as the plan to watch because the other ones are planned. Sparks of Tomorrow from Kyoto Animation.
I know nothing about this.
Takes place in 1907, 43 of the Meiji. Interesting.
Of a brewer, okay. It has potential to be that sort of okay, not quite slice of life, but yeah, that might fill a void, right?
Yeah, I'll put that on the list. I'll check that one out. Of course, Grand Blue. You and I are polar opposites. I think I have the first one on there. We'll toss it onto the master list.
I feel like
one seemed pretty good.
You've talked about it before.
Yes, Shangri-La. We're getting season 3 of Shangri-La Frontier, so yeah. Ooh, Tuesday night sounds good to me. And Tuesdays are days I typically don't stream, so yeah. All right, let's see. What's next? Oh, look at what's on this row. Skeleton Knight in Another World. You know damn well I'm going to watch that one. Cleavitus. Yep. And And probably the most anticipated show in a very long time.
That better be good. Bato
Just a-
better look effing amazing.
Yep.
I mean, I know they're kind of going with the standalone complex style art, which again,
Semi
nostalgia,
sorta.
kind of. But it feels more like it feels based more on that than the movie, especially her hair.
Oh yeah,
style,
it's the manga. It's way closer to the manga.
And so I just I'm really excited about that one.
And I'm so glad we're getting more from
Oh.
Old Country Bumpkin.
Speaking of dubs, that dub is just so funny and awkward to watch. Like it's okay. So yeah, sometimes subs are better and I get accuracy, but sometimes it's that Saturday morning cartoon vibe, like I was saying with the Damon show. It's just like it's more the clunky awkwardness at times is just endearing, and fight me, but sometimes the show just fits it.
Well, the Ghost in the Shell is not a remake. It's
No,
an
I'm
actual
talking-
adaptation of the manga.
No,
That's
I'm talking
what's
about
great.
Old Country from. I'm talking about
Oh,
Old
yeah.
Country Bumpkin. Old Country Bumpkin. Watching that on Amazon with its.
Oh yeah, don't watch it. Don't watch it in English. It's awful.
It's so funny though. It's its own experience, right?
Yeah. This will be good. I do need to get the manga, the Legacy Edition. I do.
Okay.
That is one of the few pieces of physical media that I do want to get this year. So
You guys watched Old Country Bumpkin with sound? I was just looking at the redhead.
That
yes, indeed. Although I must say,
yeah.
in order for me to get the manga, I would need to make some more. So I'm trying to get some debts paid down, try to be able to get into a house again. So if I was going to splurge the 130 to get that, a little coin greases the wheels, if you get the drift. So anyways, yeah, one of those things. But yeah, there we go. Those 4. Then the 100 girlfriends who really, 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 really love you.
Oi.
I know that the first one's on the master list. Yeah.
I started watching that one. I watched clips from it. It seems fun, but it also seems like a lot to get through.
Ooh, the Mr. Karate announced just dropped for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. That's one that I do want to get to. City of the Wolves is a damn good game from what I understand. Thank you so very much, T-shirt. I'll have to get that here. All right, you be safe. Drive carefully. We'll see you.
Have a good one.
Take care.
Ooh, the Fists is over on the Rumble side. You've got the Ghost in the Shell manga box set. Yeah, that would be a good one to have. That's
Great
one that I do
avatar.
want to get, but I gotta have the help for that one. I just can't justify doing that one.
So, do you have a Girls with Swords account for a different platform? Just asking.
Yeah, have the guns on YouTube, the fists on the Rumble, and then have the kick one be our little black cat Fran with the sword.
Yeah, because Girls with Feet might get the wrong impression. For kick. It's a bad joke. Sorry.
Very nice.
Mm.
All right, let's see what's next.
I don't know.
Autocorrect is special. Let's just call it what it is. All right, what's next on here? What's this? The second season of?
Yeah, I don't always remember the Japanese names.
The Elusive Samurai.
Ooh, I don't remember
That one is not on any of my lists.
It seemed all right.
That was back from 24, and it got a second season. Wow.
Mhm.
Okay, well, since it wasn't on the main list, we'll have to skip it. Black Torch.
Black Torch. I mean, I don't know much about it, but our friend Hanayama, he knows a lot about it. I guess this was one of the.
It's completed manga.
Yeah, it was
It's
one
only
of the
5
manga that were on Jonin Jump. They basically canceled it, but the artist continued. And yeah.
Damn it, Shum. Shum. I am gonna put the horse girls into a horse jail, and we're gonna have a horse tax before they come back out.
Oh wow! So you're gonna go full jolly. I don't blame you, actually.
Well, with a comment like that, what other choice do I have?
With a shum like that, what choice?
Yeah,
do
with a
you
shum
have?
like that too. You know what?
Or
stop stealing my purse.
All right, Hank. If this is the hill you want to die on, I'll fight your brat. Come on, Bobby boy. Let's rumble.
That's my purse! I don't know you!
Yep. That's my purse. I don't know you. Why, thank you so very much. Yeah, and that's why 100 and that could go a long ways to taking care of something. So I appreciate the extra 5. Once again, you guys are the reason why we keep going and we have so much fun. And you know what? We have crossed a few thresholds, so we can do this one. This one is safe for YouTube.
So,
yes,
I want to say, and I know we already talked about this season, but there's been a few, and I don't know if you talked about it before I showed up. There's been a few of those really good, like the otaku gals, nice to otaku. There's been, but we've also had some of these like borderline, not quite ecchi, but kind of like story. I don't know, not vignettes or something where it's like you just see like little clips and it's not a full story. It almost feels like they should be 15-minute segments, but they're a whole episode of just little piecing together moments. And it's like it's almost like you're watching the 5th Die Hard, where it's like you get what's going on. We're just going to give you the highlight points, but at some point, after an episode or two, it's just I don't care because there isn't enough story for me to care about the characters. I didn't develop any sort of connection, and it's neat to see this like 2-dimensional moment. But as far as investing time to watch the whole anime, I just don't feel it. Right?
I get you, and I want to say thank you to Jedi Master for the 5. No horse.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Evident Hair over on the Rumble side does 5. Tax for VTuber horses. You know, I do love Tomoe Umari. She's definitely an interesting person. So I appreciate the 5. Let's go ahead and check it out real quick because you know this is the one VTuber horse girl that is kind of funny. Let's do it.
Together, we will convince everyone that horses will reign supreme. Why else do cars have horses built in? Exactly. It's not called horsepower for a reason. I mean, for no reason. You know what? You. Wait, no. You were nice to me. I'm sorry. I don't mean to lash out so much. I don't know why. I've been so aggressive lately. I'm sorry. This isn't who I am. This isn't who I ever wanted to be. I need to be nicer to Chad. I'm sorry. No.
Okay.
Yeah. Former military. Yeah. She's awesome. She's funny. I do admit that she is funny.
And very entertaining. Yeah. Yeah. There's something about being just candid. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
It's funny. It's funny when you put out horse things and Shem starts talking that all the people that I recognize from Friday and Saturday night start really speaking up.
All right. I have to kind of do this. Jedi Master, I know you said no horse, but this one is funny.
What is it?
It's a new flag!
Yeah, but what's it supposed to be of?
It's a horse doing Zumba! But note the eyes! His confusion from his poor coordination is compounded by his inability to express his emotions!
Why does it have an erection?
For glory, Zorro! For glory!
For glory!
For glory.
That's funny.
Do you see... Do you see where Brandon is always going to?
So also, I also
Clifton?
want to say
no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna deter because the Zenless Zone Zero they're about to have their second anniversary, just like Wuthering Waves. But even they had this little meme of a horse DJ character that if you did certain things, you could get a random horse head for your character. It's just looks goofy and awkward. So like the horse culture has permeated everything. I can't sleep with that horse. At least I don't have a real horse head in my bed. It's really got that far. The boss hasn't got to me.
Yeah, for Tony. Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
for glory.
Yeah,
for glory. All right, let's continue here. So, yeah, I'll put Black Torch on there. This is the other show that Science Saru was doing. They've got 2 shows: Ghost in the Shell and Tamaku no. Let's see what this actually is. Let me read the translated. A Witch's Life in Mongol. Really, in Mongolia? I'm going to say no on that one. Let's see. What's this one? No idea. The Exiled Heavy Knight shows how to game the system.
What?
This is, I have a type of fantasy trash that I typically always gravitate towards. So,
well, like I always start things like the bean counter and things like that, and then I forget about them because it takes it's a certain mood or tone, right? And sometimes they end up really paying off, and sometimes,
Yeah, and that's true. This is the year of the horse. It is the year of the horse.
Yeah, you're right. I already forgot about that.
Although the next one on here is, it has an interesting name. Young ladies don't play fighting games.
So it's about a girl who plays fighting games and is like,
yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
brawler. Yeah, okay.
Ooh, Hell Mode. Second part of it. I dropped Hell Mode, but I'll put it on the master list because I know some people liked it.
So is that ladies don't play fighting games going to be like ladies don't play in bands and ladies like that sort of genre? Is that picking up lately?
Yeah, here's what it says about it. Kuromi Girls Academy is a refined, elegant school that expects the very best in deportment from its young ladies. I got into this peerless rich girls institution on a scholarship and hopes to grow as lovely as her fellow students and idol Shiryu. But Shiryu hides a terrible secret. She's a trash-talking, combo-chaining, newbie-stomping, ruthless hardcore gamer.
So this sounds like a whole lot like the one girl who goes to music school and then they start jamming and like having
rock
jam
is the
battles.
lady's modesty.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this, when you were talking about up and coming possible genres, that might be in a couple of years. Like that could be coming up in anime too, a little bit more prevalently. Yeah. We've heard that before.
Yeah. So, I'll put it on there.
It's an interesting
Let's see. Yanni Neko. Well, we got a cat. It's a comedy slice of life. Chain smoking cat.
What?
Yep.
Chain
Sayonara
cat.
Laura. A supernatural show. Let's see. Interesting. All right. What the hell got said? What did I miss?
Huh?
Oh, that's the girl from the Shungler from Zero Supermodel. Yep. Second season, she's been. Yep. Yep. All right. Sayonara Laura. Well, Kinema Citrus does pretty good. We'll put it on the overall list and may have it as a backup just in case. There we go.
It rhymes. That's a nice little.
Though I am an inept villainous.
Again, the villainous genre is definitely taking off.
Yeah, we'll put that on there.
That sounds fun.
World is Dancing, a straight up drama. Looks like it's from India. Give me a second. 12-year-old. Let's see. No, I'm not going to do that one. No. Nope.
Okay.
Rich girl caretaker. Oh, Lord. Yep. We'll put that on the list.
Oh, okay.
This is all beach stuff. Action, drama, mystery, Studio Dean. That's a movie. Yeah, since it's a movie, we'll put it on the list because we don't get too many movies.
Beach episode.
Level 999. All right, there was something about this one that that crossed my... The level 999 villager. Yeah, this is the type of fantasy trash that I tend to gravitate towards. So
It sounds like the Gotcha, you know.
Yep.
Or yeah, Shangri-La, OP.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably going to go on my list too.
So let's see. This one. Ooh, this one does not have a translation. So I am not going to do that one. The next one, I became a legend after my 10-year-long last stand. What?
Sorry, can you repeat that for the back of the class? What is it?
With no other options, Luck makes the choice to hold the line against the unending demonic hordes alone, to make sure his comrades can escape with their lives. However, through a combination of fortune, skill, and ingenuity, he holds the line for 10 straight years,
Damn.
eventually coming out on top single-handedly. Now he has to tackle the dilemma of how to occupy himself in a world where he holds a myriad of roles, that of a legend, that of a veteran, and that of a brand new face. You know what? What the hell? I'm going to put both of these on here because this one will probably get a last minute ad.
Mm-hmm. That one sounds like the hero has retired, or like you said, the hero in day-to-day life.
Yep.
Hilarities ensue.
So it could be good. Let's see here. What's next?
Mm-hmm.
It's a gotcha revenge game.
Mm.
Yep. You only have Sure, why not? Why not? If we have to have an excuse, that's a good one to use.
Yes.
Oh, let's see. What's this one?
Looks familiar.
Also looks interesting.
From overshadowed to overpowered. Second reincarnation of a talentless sage.
Boy.
Oh, another talentless reincarnation show.
It's gonna be
No.
trash, and it could be good, and it could be trash.
Yeah, it's trash.
I do end up going with, there's a certain genre of trash that's just, I don't know, it's just fun enough.
Yeah.
All right, this next one, Toromena, Love Unseen Beneath the Clear Sky. Drama romance. It's got Miru Irino. He does a lot of good stuff. He's a good voice actor. Yeah, that goes on the master list, but I'm not going to watch it. Let's see. Otome Kaiju Carmelise. Yeah, this one goes on the list. This is Kaiju Girl Carmelise. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll watch that one. That one looks funny. Mobile Dust. The hell?
I feel like I've heard of that one, but I can't remember.
Let's see. It's got some other relations to Sakugan and the stories of girls who couldn't be magicians. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no to that one. Neko to Ryu. Oh, my word. What a name. Follows a fire-breathing, human-hating dragon raised by a mother cat in the forest. All right. That did it right there. That did it. That goes on the list just for that reason. A dragon raised by cats.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what else we got? What in the world is this one? Maglamiri Magical Girls Incorporated. Is that one on one of my lists? Let me see here. It is not, so I'm not going to do that one. Another magical girl Lyrica.
That one, I feel like I remember the name.
Yep, let's see. Mahu Shouju Lyrica Nahoa Exceeds. Magical Girl Lyrica Nahoan Detention.
You're right. He liked magical boys. Well, shouldn't say that out loud. I never said that out loud. Oh, gross.
Yeah.
I mean, awesome one. I feel like that's also Ironcaster. Yeah.
That's more Ironcaster's thing than my thing.
Bomb, 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 Bravern!
Bravern is right.
Y'all wanna do a boxing match on the ship?
That's a wrestling move.
A wrestling move. Oh, my word. Oh, no, let's see. What's this one? The world's strongest rear guard. Labyrinth Country's Novice Seeker. It's a movie. No, it's a TV show. A Mahu film. Yeah, I'll put it on the overall list as a possibility. Let's see. What's this one? Of ladies. No, let me try that again. A livid lady's guide to getting even. How I crushed my homeland with my mighty grimoires. Yes, that's going.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sounds the right match.
Yeah. Yes, it is. That's one. That is one.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
But you should listen to how many times Ironcaster will sneak in a reference. Mecha Mondays.
Oh, the second one from Mao film. The inspired prince's fugitive grab for the throne. Ooh.
That's a mouthful.
The insipid princes. Interesting. Yeah, put that on the overall list. More fantasy trash.
There's some anime that like are good quality, but they don't exceed, like they don't stand out. They're not trashy enough, and they're not like impactful enough that they get lost in the middle. It's kind of weird.
All right, this is one that I'm going to watch.
Okay.
This Ryuman no Zero Start no whatever. The Frontier Lord begins with 0 subjects, Tales of Blue Dias, and the Anakan Alna.
It looks like he's building a harem on his travel wagon.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, I'll check that one out. Sword Art Online, a movie.
Okay. I have not kept up with that.
Let's see. Hanori-san still wants to fight in the next life. Word. Let's see. Spends his days cooped up in his room playing video games, but hides a secret past as an evil dark lord from a fantasy world, reincarnated into our world. So reverse isekai. He has a fateful encounter with the belligerent Hanori Meteor, the hero from the world who defeated him, now reincarnated as a high school. Oh man. It's got Jun Fukuyama and Akira Sakine as the voices. Yeah, it's Linden Films. They're very hit and miss, but this one, I have a feeling this one's going to be funny. So I'll add it. What's the next one here? Ooh, no Victoria. Let's see. Victoria of Many Faces. In an age when spies act behind the scenes in every land, Chloe spends her days successfully carrying out even the most difficult missions due to her unparalleled disguise skills. Yeah, I can see that one being good. I'll put that on the list. Have that one as a backup for me. So
I will say real quick, Comic Relief Crusader. For all the hype of Mushoku Tensei, I didn't really start watching it until the second season was announced, and it's good. It has
watch it.
It tells
Binge
the
it.
story well. It does grab you and pull you in. It doesn't, because there's a lot of these animes. It just feels like you're just kind of watching something, and this one makes you feel like you're getting invested pretty quick, as opposed to just watching something being told as a background. Like, I get there's certain levels of that. I don't know about that.
Yeah, that'll be definitely watch that one. Get caught up because Mushoku Tensei season 3 starts here in a few days. So, Heroine, Saint, No, I'm an all works made. Oh, and proud of it. Wow.
It's good to see the maid stuff pop up every now and then.
Yeah, stuff. Those type of shows are very hit and miss too. So,
Yeah, Akiba Maid War will not be topped anytime soon.
No, it will not. But a comedy fantasy with a maid, yeah, that goes on the list.
Also, we'll get there in a second.
Let's see. One no Hype. What was this one? The Ogre's Bride.
Okay.
A Japanese style Akashi Cinderella story. Yeah, it goes on the list, but I'm not going to watch it. The Ribbon Hero. Oh, it's a movie, so it just goes on the list automatically. Yeah. Let's see. Drama, fantasy, romance from Magic Bust and Picante Cirrus. Okay, the oblivious saint can't contain her power. Disgraced no longer, I'm finding happiness with the prince.
Huh.
Yeah, this is a lot like most of the other ones. I'll place it on the list, but it's a backup.
So I'm curious about this Azure Lane. Is this based off the new game that they're coming off? Is this because? Oh no, never mind. It's Azure something else. But like, they haven't had anything in a while, have they?
No, they haven't had anything in a while. So the second season of Azure Lane Bisoku Zenshin. Do I have the first one on here? I don't. The first one came out in 21.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been a while for anything.
Yeah. Let's see what else here.
That might get you. I don't know.
Yeah, we're almost to the bottom. All right. No idea how I'm going to pronounce that one. So let's see. The Duke's son claims he won't love me, yet showers me with adoration. There, another one of these. Another one.
Nobles.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling those as much.
Let's see. Reira no Dara-san. Comedy horror. What the hell? Clouds blacken the sky and sheets of rain turn the mountain forest into a treacherous maze. A landslide crushes a razor wire fence and buries a no trespassing sign. Two young siblings walk into a dark world where they do not belong, and a long horrid shadow rears up to meet them anyway. So that's how we meet Dara-san. She might look kind of scary, but until you get to know her. And backup. Let's see. That's a movie. Yeah, we'll toss it on there because it's just a movie. What's the second season of this? Hanakimi for You in Full Blossom. Nope. Nope. Let's see. Comedy, slice of life. My stepmother and stepsisters aren't wicked.
Oh, a reverse Cinderella story.
Yeah, a reverse Cinderella. They look wicked. Is that translated right? Because they look like it. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Manga creator Ron Komuri's one-shot manga Sleepy Trip Long is going to help me with my manga. Very nice.
Cool.
Very cool. You know what? Yeah, this one might be funny. I'll put that on the backup list.
It has a lot of potential. Every time they're really playing with like fairy tales lore, they have such creative freedom.
Word. Let's see here.
Bang.
Bong Ji.
Okay.
I think we've done other shows of Bong Ji.
They've had several.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch that one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Kore Kaite Shine, comedy slice of life. Draw this, then die. Well,
Okay.
Well, yeah, what the hell? We'll put that on.
I mean, I know that they say the mangaka lifestyle and anime lifestyle is really draining, but that seems extreme.
All right, this one doesn't have a translation. But the best, here's what it says. Sotori Sheijo, no isekai go natabe. Kakure skill, the camping car. They've got a camper. Yeah. So Rin, a caregiver in her 30s, was unceremoniously discarded as trash despite being summoned as a saint. However, as a lover of the great outdoors and all things camping, she was blessed with the special skill, survival. Oh my word. Nice. Yeah, this is isekai trash, but it's my type of isekai trash.
Yeah.
Let's see. Grow Up Show, Sunflower Circus.
Does look like a anime.
It's set in the 50s and the 60s during the height of Japan economic boom. Right after the war. Interesting. Okay. I'll put that on the backup burner there. What in the world is this one?
I don't know.
It's from Leduce. 24 episodes. They got 24 episodes?
Wow.
The manga centers on high school student Ito Hazui during her spring break at the end of her first year of high school. Ito's mother remarries, and Ito moves to live with her new family, becoming Ito Narita. Upon arriving at her new house, Ito is shocked to learn that she now has 4 younger stepbrothers. Ito tries her hardest to get along with all of the new members of the family, but the eldest brother, Gen, is a bit cold to her. However, under his aloof facade, okay. So it's my stepbrother, I'm going to boink.
Oh.
Nice. Okay, so definitely on the list.
Oy.
Well, yeah. Okay, what the hell is this? Comedy horror from C Station? Let's go Kikigumi. Let's see. Comedy manga begins when the cowardly unarmed protagonist meets Michakano. Ooh.
That tone.
It's weird. We'll put it on the backup.
Okay.
What? Okay, here's our comedy ichi. This one, let me see where this is off. It has no home yet. But this one's called Ushiro no Shomi Kami-san. Shizuka is a normal high school girl with the ability to see ghosts. Due to her peculiar tendencies to attract ghosts, she works as an assistant to Kamui, a famous psychic. Kamui takes pride in his top-notch psychic abilities, but the way he exercises ghosts, oh boy, is rather unusual. And all I'm going to say, it's got Tomokazu Suguti. And if you know who he is, he's a damn good voice actor, so... yeah, that will go on the backup list. We'll see if it gets a release here. This looks like a cooking show.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tetsunabe no Jan. Iron Walk Jan.
Yeah.
It's got a completed manga. 27 volumes of this.
Iron Chef anime?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, it's getting added.
It could be like those competition, the food stuff gets really a lot of love.
Yep.
Especially when they get the recipe books that are really good recipes and they did all that stuff. Yeah.
Wow. Samurai Troopers is getting a second part.
I mean, Food Wars is very popular.
Yeah. I think I finally started realizing that I never watched the third part, and since High Dive added all of them back in earlier this year, I've been trying to remember to work through those.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. So Samurai Troopers, if you watched it, there's a second part to it. Crayon Shin-chan, yeah, you get more Crayon, so we'll put him into the... And let's see. What the world is this? Majou no Tani no Yoro. That's a short film, so that doesn't count. All right, we're done. The list has been put together. It is built.
Nice.
Well, yeah, it's about the flavor burst, right?
Yep, the flavor burst. So, yeah, the list has been put together. Let's take a quick little break. We've had a bunch of great super chats today. Mm-hmm. So here you go.
お前、ふひっと泣いてみろ。ほら、こら泣け。ほら、ほらほら。その男は性格が悪い。諦めて適当に相手をしてやってくれ。
ポヒ
よし、もっと泣け。
ポヒ
ジルベスター、マインは虚弱だ。いじりすぎると死ぬぞ。ん？なんだこれは。
返してください。返してください。もう返してって言ってるのに。
Little did she know who he was. Uh-huh. That's the one soul that I would come up here to collect myself. All right. Anyways, let's take a guess at how many shows are on the list this summer. So let's let's everybody out there in Anime Land type in a number. How many TV shows and movies do you think are on the official overall watch list for the summer? So while we're waiting for people to type in their guesses, Clifton.
Yeah, what? Yes.
Really? Really?
Hey, I might be close.
Here we go. 64, 40, 38. No, there's not that many anime that's ever been created. Yeah.
I mean, I
It's,
didn't have a clicker going. You know, I didn't count cards this time.
Giggity, 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 giggity. All right, you ready? On the official Anime Guy summer watch list, we have 54.
Ooh.
And as you can see, we've got a lot of great new shows, a lot of great returning shows, and a lot of potential shows to replace. So you were close. You were very close.
It's amazing how many shows we get now per season.
Yeah.
Like,
but I am
And
curious. Yeah.
Depending on which way they go, we might get more or less. In the
Very
future.
true.
I think if they lean a little more into the AI, we'll get a whole lot more.
Well, let's take a look at how many are actually on my personal watch list, and I can already see a bunch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's actually not too bad to start with. 17 to start with. So
episode 1 is in 45 days.
Yep. Yeah, we got a little time for a few of them. A little more than 40 days out. But that just means that we got to start buzzing through, finish up Dragon Ball, get through ReZero. And I still have so much that I got to watch, stuff I've got to finish from last season to be ready for the new season. Yeah. Yeah, if it's Ghibli, you know they will.
Yeah.
Yep. So very true. But that's the official watch list. So for anybody out there who watches this on replay, AniList or even My Anime List are a great way to keep track of the anime that you're watching, keep track of where you're at with the episodes, and also to give your ratings. So, yeah. If you were to get to my particular channel, let me copy my link here. Copy the URL. If you want to see what I do or that, you can always follow me on AniList because that's where I prefer. Excuse me. So yeah, lots of anime, always good stuff. And even if you want to keep track of other things like your manga, you can do that too. And as you can see, there's always something new. New books coming out. Definitely keep following your favorite series. Collect them while you can. Digital format, physical format. And actually, I do have I ended up with an inkling of a project that I want to do.
Oh,
yeah, it's percolating. It's I'm working on it. It's coming to fruition, I believe. But let's take a quick little break. This one is called Rap Culture.
I sense a presence approaching.
What the hell?
Who are you?
It is I! Me!
What?
What?
Wait. I recognize you. You are the son of the Grim Reaper. Once I am finished with these two, you shall join me.
Oh, I get what's going on here. Nah, thanks, buddy. I'm not into rape culture. I feel like it's too forced.
What?
What?
He's not wrong.
Yeah, he's not wrong indeed.
Very true.
No, I don't have too many manga. If you want to actually see what I'm actually reading or had been reading, there you go. Reincarnated as a Sword. That one I have fairly close to a full collection, with the exception of Volume 4, because they've never reprinted that one. And I don't want to pay $130 for it. Dragon Ball, Goblin Slayer Year 1, fantastic. And of course, One Piece.
So I will say this. If the one thing about digital media is if you actually have able to download and have an offline copy of it, I prefer physical media. But at least if you have the hardware and the storage and all that stuff to be able to actually have your own collection, which it seems like it's harder and harder to do digitally. Like I'm okay with that, but it's just all this online streaming stuff, right? Everybody, you're just paying for access to their site. You don't get to have anything, and so it's so weird how the assumption that everything will be there forever. Like, what was it that happened a few weeks ago, or in the last, maybe it's about a month ago, but the 86, that the one.
Yes, it's no longer on Crunchyroll.
Right, they took it off, and I'm sure they have server issues, and they're trying to add. And I know sometimes I cycle through things, but the fact that it was so popular and all of a sudden it's gone, again, people are in uproar. But it's also been around for a while. That if you wanted to watch it, you could have watched it, but like, nothing's guaranteed, and getting mad that somebody else makes a choice when you don't own it. I mean, sure, but there's nothing you can really do about it either when you're at the mercy of what they offer anyway, right?
Yeah,
that's why, I mean, looking at that, and there are different sites, a lot of them closing down or
yeah, I wouldn't even name them in chat anymore because they're going after them.
Definitely not. But like, not just with anime and manga, but also, that's the whole argument with retro games.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad that there are archives out there and that you can still get most of the games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of people have full ROM sets, so
it'll
always float around. But to get to what I was thinking of, it's something that I've been thinking about for a while, and I thought, you know what? We're going to do it. This is 2 different projects. The first one we've kind of done before, and that would be the decades of anime, but I'm actually going to expound upon it and call it the ages of anime, because in my estimation, there's been about 5 ages.
Okay.
And I think it would be interesting to do a series of video essays and, of course, interviews, but also put it into book form. So something I'm seriously considering doing. The other one is doing what I originally started off doing, a full real type of classroom for Anime 101. the absolute most basics. Something, a video series and a book series put together that I could, if you had a person that said, where should I start? We could then give them something to say, start with this, and have a series of genres, types, with recommendations that for the most part will encompass close to everyone. As I said, it's stuff that I did years ago when I first got started. And I do have I've got all that backed up, but I don't have it on the archive channel. I haven't been uploading to there. So bad me. I need to keep re-uploading stuff. Yeah. The good old days is right. But I was thinking of not only just doing the video series of it, but also doing books, or either PDF books, or doing like a I know that like with Amazon, they have for people that want to self-publish, they have print-on-demand services. So something that I've been thinking about. And of course, if I do that, I'll of course advertise the crap out of it, but I'm also going to start doing affiliate links and things like that for certain things. So yeah. Yeah, let's start with Redo of Healer. Be sure to invite the whole family, especially Grandma. Grandma needs to see it.
Hey, it's a great show.
Yeah, just like Bible Black. You gotta take Grandma to church there. But I've got several things.
The first 3 episodes weren't bad. Bible Black, the first 3 episodes wasn't bad.
They ease you into it, and then they snap the vice.
Yeah. But for both of these, I started writing down things. Okay, what would I want to have included in them? So like with the Ages of Anime, that's obviously going through the various decades, or maybe not even just full decades, but having certain things where something changed and there's a delineation line where it really changed. Like, we've been in the age of isekai now for about 10 years. That's starting to fade. We're getting into the age of the villainous, or the prince acting goofy with the villainous, or that type of fantasy show. We've always had fantasy, but not really like that. We've had the harems from the late 2000s on. So there was the age of harems, especially in the the early 20s. The age of the superheroes. We've had the age of mecha, the age of sports anime. Lots of different ages, and I think it would be interesting to either go through them through the decades or go through them through the age, and have people that absolutely love them come and talk about it, or talk about 1 or 2 of their shows, or do a recording with them and put them together into video essays, and then eventually put it into a book form. But then for the 101, one thing that I was thinking of doing was creating the absolute potential peak top 10 lists for each of the decades, something that we could then put into a book form to say, here, if you're going to watch anime, these are what you could start with, and you'll be able to get into pretty easy. So yeah, I think we're going into that too. We do have a lot of that going on.
I mean, I got some people into anime, their first anime being Golden Boy, so.
Well, if you've got a bit of a pervy side to you, then that makes perfect sense.
Again, it's figuring out what the gateway, the genre, the things they enjoy, and then because like you said, there's an anime for everything. There's slice of life. There's catered genres, niche, and such. That if you can find a good studio with a good storytelling, because again, it's about the genre, it's about the themes, the motifs, but it's also finding writers and voice actors that really draw you in, like Jobless Reincarnation or things like that. Like there's shows that like, I get why My Hero Academia is popular. It's not my favorite thing, but I've watched a few episodes and I get why it's gripping. I get why the story and the pacing, right, will take you somewhere.
And that's why the list creations are going to become vitally important again. Because if we're going to break things down, not just by the decades or by the ages, we got to put together more detailed master list like I have here for anime horror. And we had them at one time, but this site gets so bogged down, I'll probably have to create alternative profiles to help out. But this is something that's this is gonna be a project that'll take a while.
I mean, a little bit, that's what I've been doing with the Waifu Wednesday stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, of course I talk about the waifu and how great they look and what their characteristics are, but I also talk about the anime that they're in and like, people go watch these animes. These are pretty awesome animes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we could go into the 90s, and for me, the 90s is the era of the OVAs from the 80s coming here, but also the start of the Sci-Fi Channel really starting to kick it up and showing things. And then eventually Cartoon Network with the Toonami side taking that mantle and moving it forward. Although most of the stuff that they did was more battle shonen type stuff, but they still brought things more to the forefront and moved it forward.
I mean, the MTV anime.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Like if you like broody, high school emo protagonists and mecha, Lelouch the Rebellion is probably up your alley.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Let's see. What else do we have here? So yeah, we'll have to get the decades lists finished. We've got the 3 of them already done. Then we'll just start to having to break it down a little further into these other subsets, and then start voting on what should be included. Because this is something that I want to have part everybody that's here, everybody that's always here, everybody that loves anime, and in a lot of ways know a lot more than me. As knowledgeable as I am, my knowledge base is still fairly limited to mostly what's been coming out over the past 5-6 years. I still have no frame of reference for everything from the 2000s and most everything from the 2010s. So this is something that I will definitely need some help with.
We're going to have to work some of those anime into the watch parties.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. We're going to have to really start really get busy with that. And I'm thinking for the watch parties, I do like doing it on Rumble, but I looked at their monetization thing. It's easier to get monetized now, but they said basically that can't do watch parties because that's gonna, even though it does fall under under fair use, it's one of those areas where they could start to get smacked. So that one's probably going to be a problem.
And I understand that because, there's certain things about when you start rebroadcasting things in a certain way, like. Yeah.
That's why we're just going to continue with Cosme, I think.
Yeah, I think we will do it with Cosme and just do our commentary on it and just goof around while we're talking about it.
Yep. I
mean, the watch-along parties can limit people depending on what they have access to, but at least you're safer. It's unfortunate because we can't all just hang out, pop up the projector and everybody hang out in the same big room and share popcorn and snacks, right?
Yeah, it would be nice if we could all do that. And so when I first went to university back when I was 21, my university did have an anime club, and that's what they did, and that's how I watched Serial Experiment Lane on Laserdisc of all things.
I mean that's an experience that some of us will never get, right?
Yeah. Damn it, Comic Relief Crusader. No! Stop that. Stop it.
I see your shorts is as big as mine. Okay.
Yeah, and you know what? For that, let's see. You get this.
All right, Hank. If this is the hill you want to die on, I'll fight your brat. Come on, Bobby boy. Let's rumble.
That's my purse. I don't know you.
That's still so funny. I had seen plenty of anime beforehand, but most of them were movies, like The Fist of the North Star, Ghost in the Shell. But Lane was one of the first series that I actually got exposed to, or short series. Man, that would be a good one to watch on Cosme. Holy hell. But yeah, to do all of this, I'm definitely going to need the support of everybody here. Tuning in, giving recommendations, coming on and talking with me, doing recordings. This is, I figure, for both of these projects, it's probably going to be about 1.5 years in the making. It's going to take about that long to do. So if this is something that I do ultimately decide to go forward with, then my one and only promise that I'll say to all of you is I will be around and continue doing all this for at least the next 1.5 years at the least. So I got to finish getting the ideas percolate and see which ones I want to do into what, get the things put together, and yeah, we'll get started with that. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Be a lot of work. But you know what? Nothing that's worth doing is easy. So
it's true.
I recommend MAO. It's from Rumiko Takahashi. Oh, which one is that one, Emily? And thank you for your 25 months at the Otaku level. It's hard to believe it's been over 2 years. For some of you, you've been here from the very beginning. Others for 3 years. Others for 2. Others for 1. And some of you are new. It's been a hell of a journey. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah. You take care of yourself, the Mugly. Thank you so very much. Don't end up like Walton I'm not catching that particular reference, but you're right. And thank you so very much for that. Just remember, you guys are the reason why we keep going when we have so much fun. Oh, Mao the supernatural one. Okay. Supernatural one. Interesting. A male main character. You know what? Let's play this clip.
Welcome aboard, Alucard. Fine. Yaoi Harem is my future.
No, Clifton, no! What the hell? No, this is the one.
What is this infernal contraption? You think to contain me? I am the storm! A new world? How quaint. What manner of prey entertaining?
Oh, shit.
I need to get to the episode 2 of the isekai that I've started creating.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so Mao is like Inuyasha. Okay. Yeah, Hellsing is definitely not for any type of normies.
Nope.
Bookworm content next Saturday? What type of bookworm content you speaking of?
6 hours.
Oh, Stephen Wilton. Okay. Oh, 6 hours of... Oh, man. If you're feeling up to talking about Bookworm, it's definitely a possibility. We could get the full skinny on where we're at since we're halfway through the season. We're halfway through the first half of the season.
If you can get him for talking for 6 hours and not talk about horses, I think that's a win.
No horse. It is the win.
Hashtag.
So yeah. Well, I've covered pretty close to everything, but I think before we go, I think we need to go Rumble exclusive for a bit. Just for a bit. What do you think?
Always.
You up for it?
I'm there for it. Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Everybody, it's time to go Rumble exclusive. If you are on the YouTube side, hop on over and let's have some fun. So let me get something started here that we can leave YouTube with. And I want to say thank you to everybody who did pop up on the YouTube side. Get over to the Rumble side. Let's do it.
なんであいつらの隣の部屋なの？気分悪いと思わない？そんなことより今度の運動会絶対に負けられないわよ。分かってるわレイコ。そのためには特訓あるの。